GG everyone, and welcome back to the second match of today and the last match of today. This is the day 2, week 1 of the Arena Cup, sponsored by Alienware, and we're going to be hopping into this pretty quickly here. Now, it's Team Dignitas up against Cognitive Gaming, and DM, the number one asked question, or up there on the list, as far as questions asked on the internet goes, is do you lift? And I think in this situation from the Smite community, it's a resounding yes, because most people love to raise their Jeff Hinlas. That's right, Jeff Hinla will be starting here for Cognitive Gaming. Doesn't that just give you shivers?
Man, like, I have been preaching the gospel of Jeff Hinla for I don't know how long. I plug his stream all the time. Like, I want to see this guy get big because this guy invented support roaming. He has completely changed the face of Smite by himself. Granted, I think Incontinentia is also an amazing player and has done a lot for the community in terms of like meta changing, as well as Shadow Q and Trix Tank and all your other, lover boys out there. But Jeff Hinla is the leader of the support meta. He's the guy that, is like, you know what, I'm just going to play Isis over there. It'll be fine. Does it in tournament and wins games. He's the guy that we saw originally bringing Guan Yu into the solo lane. I mean, or rather the duo lane. There's so many different things that this guy has done. And to now put him on one of the most dominant teams in Smite's history, it could spell a lot of trouble for a lot of players out there.
I think it hurts in so many different ways to hear it. I can see people in chat just freaking out with, like, some are taken aback by it, some are shocked, some are just ready to leave. And the fact that he's just so good, and like you mentioned, he was one of the forerunners of support in general. Credit goes out to, Trix Tank, as well as Shadow Q and Continental, like you were mentioning. There's so many great supports in this game now, but, to see the lineup and have Jeff Hinla rotate in, it is absolutely terrifying to see, especially with how stable COG is and how consistent they are. You put in a strong support like Jeff Hinla, especially with the fact that he's just so good at stealing objectives. If COG's behind, they have that ace in the hole. So hop into the game here. We're going to see Team Dignitas up against Cognitive Gaming. What do you think the first ban's going to be?
They cannot let. I don't think they're going to let Scylla through. Freya's already taken out, but I think after yesterday, Dignitas is going to take out Freya pretty. Ooh, Geb.
Yep.
Gone.
Geb is an interesting character. We kind of had him. We saw him have a resurgence at the launch event. The blink initiation, that Cataclysm is huge. Rollout, getting some distance. Of course, we all saw that one moment where Shadow Q was surrounded in left lane by himself, and he just autoball to roll out. Just I'm out later.
Roll out, then he shielded. He turned around, shockwave onto the tower to send someone to half health, and then rolled out again to ensure that he was out of there. A few seconds left, going to be here for Dignitas in their second ban. I really want to see the Scylla ban. And it's gonna be Odin.
Odin banned out here, surprisingly enough. Now, it's not all that surprising. And what I'm excited about, DM, is the fact that people have gotten off their Ares binge.
Yeah.
They just put Ares in Arena, like, oh, Ares the greatest in Arena. He can pop Purification Beats. He's so good. But, if you're up against inexperienced teams, it's great. He does a lot. But against an experienced team that knows how to deal with Ares, he's not really going to do anything. Zeus gets banned out here in response, so the combo is gone.
Well, we're going to see Tyr be the first pickup here. Scylla has made it through. Over on the right side, it looks like Andy's going to be hovering on Bacchus. Choice to Barracuda here. I would like to see Scylla. I would be a big fan of Scylla.
Karna still available if they want to do the combo there.
Oh, Shibalanke is also still available. I can't believe we didn't even think about him. And there he is.
Oh, well. On top, back over to Dignitas to see what they want to go with. Now, there's a lot of things they can do in Arena. Sometimes you want to go with something high damage, something more engaging. It looks like it's going to be a Habwa here. So Habwa hovered on by Anatoly. We'll see what he decides to do with this. Now, I'm surprised to see no Ra. Now, this could be for the best, of course. He likes his Habwa. Shadow Q kind of hovering on his own so far. What do you think he's going to go for?
I'm not sure here. They do have the choice of 2 picks. Habwa, he's kind of a one-trick pony with the Crushing Wave. He can poke, but right now they don't really have a lot of poke potential. Dry Bear.
Is that a cat?
Is that like the 6th pick?
How? Okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4,
Bastet's
5,
available.
6, 7,
Shibalanke is available. Kumbhakarna's
Bastet.
available. Scylla's available. And we're still seeing these. What an amazing... There's a lot of respect as well. You don't want Freya to go to Einhindster. I think that's just worldly no. No one gives Einhindster Freya because you just don't want to feel it. MLC Stealth, Jeff Hinla... That feels weird to say.
Honestly, it was a great ban phase from Dig because they ban out Freya. They see the counter ban of Geb, right? So they're like, we can ban Odin here and force the Zeus tier pick. If they give us Zeus, Best loves him. If they give us tier, arguably Last is probably the best tier right now given his potential and overall showing at the launch tournament. That was a good pickup. It was a really smart play.
Agni and Sun Wukong hovered on here to see if they want to lock these in. Sun Wukong was a big driving factor in the last 2 games we watched. He was a huge proponent. Lots of damage. Of course, zone people out long enough. And when you put too much damage to Sun Wukong and he just ults, you feel robbed. Like you just didn't get anything done that team fight. That's what's so great about that bait there. Agni is going to be a great pickup for MLC as well. They're going to lock those in, so those are completely hit up here. Across the way, Kumbakarna still available. Scylla still available. Looks like they're going to... Oh, so Kumbakarna is going to be hovered on here as well as Poseidon.
Yeah, I think the Poseidon's a really smart pickup, except for the fact that Scylla is still available, and I'm kind of having a heart attack. Yeah, it's a heart attack. Oh,
Is it?
Man.
Looks like I'm going on all alone. Megatron, he's looking to
At
hover
least
on
help.
something here.
Jeez, Dry Bear.
Invade every game, dude. I don't have time.
There are no bugs here, so yes, invade every game.
Ooh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
I like it. I mean, you're constantly fighting your target. Pick her. Pick her right now, Andy.
Kali?
And, you know,
So we're seeing a Kali hovered on here. It can bring things together. It can bring things together. Sun Wukong, Xbalanque, Agni, Bacchus, and Kali. Now, I don't know about Arena. Oh! It's a go on you.
I'm whispering Omega. I whispered him, you're a jerk. No Scylla.
No Scylla.
No Scylla. She was just banned 2 games in a row, and now she doesn't get picked. Shoutouts to the balance.
That launch event Guan Yu skin as well looks so great in game. Xbalanque legendary from Barracuda. Barracuda, I'm pretty sure almost has legendary on every single hunter in the game. He just plays hunter exclusively since the dawn of time. Agni, Bacchus, and Wukong. Now we do have Poseidon on their side in combination with Kumbakarna. Really huge there.
Did arguably the best hunter player in the world get the best hunter and arguably best character in Arena?
Arguably.
Is that a thing?
It's existing. It's happening. But then again, it is Team Dignitas, the number 2.
They give him a Bacchus. But then, wait, Zatman has Bastet?
Ooh.
Oh, I like this. This is going to be fun.
Habwa tier. Now, they have a lot of damage there in Dignitas. They have good poke. They have Habwa, Poseidon, and Bastet for poke. Kumbakarna for just being Kumbakarna. And then tier getting in there and getting initiation. So you have characters like Agni. You have characters like Bacchus and Wukong. Even Xbalanque. If they get too far away or try to disengage, tier can blink in, grab them up with the Fearless, and knock them up into the air and kind of bring them back into the fight. So they have a lot of potential on Dignitas. I think it's going to come down to the early game because you look at the characters Habwa, Bastet, even Poseidon. If they fall behind early, they're going to have trouble keeping up in the mid game.
You notice here that Anatoly has gotten Poseidon and the best has taken Habwa. I would have expected those things to be swapped.
No, I expected that.
Yeah?
It's the best. He likes Habwa.
He does, but he also likes Poseidon. And Anatoly generally is playing more of those solo lane gods, which Habwa I think falls a little bit more in line comparatively to where... Like, if this was Conquest right now, I think those two would have been swapped.
Yeah, it's definitely. And I think they both like both characters, but I think when it comes down to it, either way, you're just wet.
Well, are we going to cut to a break, Mr. Drybear?
Let's go ahead and cut to a break, guys. We're going to be back in just a few moments here. Game 1, Match 2, Day 2, Week 1 of the Alienware Arena Cup. Dignitas versus COG. Stick around. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to Game 1, Match 2 of today's tournament. Alienware Arena Cup is underway. This is the first week. Next week, we'll be moving on with the round of 8, but Team Dignitas versus Cognitive Gaming is taking place here, and we have to reiterate, that's a Jeff Hindla.
That is absolutely a Jeff Hindla. He's now playing the support role for Cognitive Gaming, which is going to be very dangerous, in my opinion, for most teams. Now, it's interesting because if you ask COG why they do so well, they always say because friends. That's it, because friends. Because we are friends and our teamwork it benefits from that. And with Jeff Hindla, maybe you think to yourself, how are they going to replace someone they're good friends with? Jeff is one of the coolest dudes I think I've ever met.
Yes.
Like, he's super chill all the time. He gets along with everyone. I think he's going to fit in just fine.
He's very gentle and very calm. He likes to have fun. He's always the one that's smiling. But oh, they leashed the movement speed buff on the right side. They're gonna be a little bit late to the minion wave here as they're clearing it out for the second time. Cog with a little bit of a blunder there. It's gonna fall down, and Barracuda's gonna pick it up. But look at this wave.
Lassus almost found himself an early kill there. He blinked Fearless and into the Fearless real fast, but unfortunately was a little bit off the mark there and didn't quite find it.
You see Bastet played by Zatman this time, so they don't have a hunter based, although per se Bastet can have strong basic attacks in the late stage of the game, although we don't always get there in Arena are around 20 minutes long each game, and so generally you don't just see full build or late game very often, almost never. But at the same time, Bastet can do a lot of work here, and like we mentioned, the picking stage, they have a lot of poke on Dignitas, and I'm curious how they're going to play this out, how their strategy works. Will they go for poke and back off a lot? Will they go all in for a kill? At Dignitas, they might.
I want to see where Cog's going to pressure. I mean, they can't get too over-aggressive with the control that the Kraken gives. They have to be wary of Lassus and the Fearless, and of course, the epic uppercut coming out from Kumbhakarna. They have to spread out from that. That's a lot of damage when they come down, and they can't stack up around that. At the same time, you see the poke potential here. We have Rain Fire, we have Jingu Bangs. I mean, Poison Darts even does a lot. At the end of the day, they just have to be careful on Cog. If they get over-aggressive and overcommit to fights, it's going to spell disaster.
You know, there's a lot of slows over there on Dignitas as well. You're going to have Shadow Q and Zetman getting some good slows off. The slow from the Atlas of Flowing Waters is going to be big as well. And of course, you have the Whirlpool, which is a pseudo slow on top. So, you know, might see a lot of sprints coming out from Cog. We'll see how they decide to react to that. Sovereignty has been rushed and completed. Jeff Hinla, he just knows what he wants.
All right, so Whirlpool right there. Not much else. You do see a pretty big disparity in the tickets already, which is kind of strange. I mean, there's a 5-ticket disparity. Where did that even come from?
Minions. It all comes down to minions. The fact that they leashed the movement speed buff on the right side of the map.
Right.
They were late to the minion wave, but they didn't get all the last hits there. There's a Fearless going to miss. A little bit uncharacteristic there for Lassus, but a good reaction from MLC nonetheless.
You know, Dignitas at a small disadvantage right now. They're working their way closer to 0, at least a little bit closer than the 7-minion disparity. It doesn't seem like they're getting all the last hits every single time. They're not being careful.
Yeah, they're being, you know, kind of sloppy here, and I think that's on both sides, and maybe just they're kind of waking up and just playing the first game of the day and not a whole lot of preparation. When, of course, Cog very specific in all their actions, but leashing the movement speed buff, and then Dig going in for partial initiations. There's a Shadow Q looking for that hopeful triple or quad hit on the punt minion on there on the backside for Barracuda, but it seems like both teams, they're playing very, very cautious. We don't even have first blood yet.
See, right there again, Dig missed another few minions to last hits. They don't have a hunter to get those like little pokes in there. They only have those mages who might not have the best, you know, a basic attack range or basic attack damage. So they're not getting everything, and they're always pushing the wave early, which ensures that they're getting some hits off, not always getting the last hits, but they're sending the entire wave at cognitive raw. There's no minions to stand in their way, which means they can't possibly miss the last hits. Right now, Dig is down 10 tickets already.
Yeah, it's cautious, you know, when they're going in on the minions. And the biggest thing is that it adds up very, very quickly. You have to be careful to hit every single minion as they spawn at the last hits there. And Cog's doing great at it. And you can see they already have a 10-ticket lead just based off minions. Not a single kill has gone down, and they already have 10 tickets. That's 2 kills in the lead. And this is why we always talk about it. Minions are so crucial. You can't let them go. Lassus looking like he wants something here.
I like it. It's nervous, even as a caster. I have nothing to lose here, and I get nervous watching Lassus just walk up the side like that. What I want to see here, I want to see more magic cudgels coming out from Omega. He's not throwing them out. I mean, it's basically free damage.
Well, it is. There's the blink. Not going to find it. Great reaction from MLC yet again. Good knock to interrupt the Belch of the Gods. Bellyflop going to miss as well. Cavalry charge, looking for the best. He's surrounded. He's going to go down here. Whirlpool, they got Kraken coming through. It's going to hit Jeff Hinla, but he's so tanky right now. Can he disengage in time? The bomb from above. He's still alive. Last gets a kill from that giant sword. Gets the Fearless, gets the ultimate, gets the distance, and keeps his life.
Yeah, look at Omega on the cloud. He's like, I'm going to just run away from this. And that was a good call. If he went in, the best was already respawned, ready to go. Crushing wave!
Ooh.
Not gonna be good. MLC Stealth with the Path of Flames reaction time 3 times now has escaped certain death.
And you know what I love about that? He had that ready. That wasn't on cooldown. He had that ready. He baited a reaction, confident in his ability to react to the initiation and get away, and now all of a sudden Crushing Wave is down. Beautiful.
And after that engagement, a 1-for-1. 4 assists going to, it looks like Dignitas, 3 assists going over to the boys on COG, but no ticket disparity as both teams will still, rather these teams will be separated by 10 total still. Actually, wait, is that 11? 11 now. COG missed the last hit in the last engagement.
Yeah, the minion hits really need to be kind of picked up on. You have to kind of start being a little less sloppy with this, get the last hits every single time they come out, because it's going to make the world of a difference every single time they go to fight in a team fight. Of course, we've seen 10-0 victory in the first round. Superbia, they were able to win out by a small amount of tickets, and 10 tickets at the end, you feel like you could have got 10 more last hits in this long duration match.
Forward here, Jeff's kind of out of position. Lasses again misses the blink. Fearless, uncharacteristic, best gonna go down. The weakness of Habwa being abused here. Kraken on the edge gonna hit 2 rather tanky characters in Guan Yu and of course Mr. Bacchus as MLC Stealth comes back down to the ground to join the rest of us. Shadow Q's gonna take some damage there. Zatman, not really, you wouldn't really expect that there was a Bastet in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about poke. The cats are kind of, not really influential here. And the biggest thing about Bastet is she wants to get people alone. She wants to have a 1v1, a 1v2, some kind of small skirmish so that those cats do work here. But she pops the cats and COG just ignores them completely. It's like they don't even exist, and they go for the kill on characters like Habwa or even characters like Poseidon, just trying to get the kill as quickly as possible. And it doesn't seem like Bastet holds the weight they wanted to. Another beautiful
Number
dash!
5. Right there. That was Lassus' 5th attempt at Blink Fearless, and for the 5th time, it has been negated. At this point, you got to think to yourself, maybe I should pick a different target, because I'm just not hitting Stealth. I feel like Stealth had a lot of coffee this morning. Dry Bear? Dry Bear? Guys, I think Lassus hit Dry Bear with the Fearless. And now he's gone. That man finally getting a bleed off there. You see Omega taking some damage, but not really enough to deter him. 4 members of COG still available in the mid lane to face down all 5 at Dig, but Anatoly is not an amount of health that he can certainly feel comfortable with. Lassus finally hitting the Fearless, but he finds himself on a tank, and they're not really too worried as he jumps up onto the horse. Lassus moving back. Anatoly on his last legs here. Kraken's gonna go off, but they will trade 1 for 1 there, and Stealth will have a much shorter cooldown. Zatman super low right now. Jingu Bang's just waiting on it. Will he get the jump in time? Lawbringer, where's the Fearless? Not in time. Zatman will go down, and for the first time, we're seeing a major win right now as COG is 2 kills ahead and maintains their ticket pressure. Himmler's getting turned on 3. Stun coming out from Stealth. Hit from the back. Stealth rains fire for the kill. That is very, very big. Take a look at the tickets here, guys. You can see it really starting to jump away. The 1 ticket left in the middle here, that's still a 24? Yes, a 24 ticket difference. That means they're going to earn, they're only going to lose 1 last hit in that entire engagement and still earn 3 kills in the process. Remember, guys, that's not only tickets, but that's gold, and that's very valuable experience as well that's going to be earned for the team, being able to level up abilities and, of course, level up that, just overall stat gain, health, damage, protections, not movement speed, unfortunately. That would be really... I kind of wish we leveled up movement speed. No, then everyone would be too quick and play like Poseidon. I don't want to deal with that. Lead coming through. Zatman's paying for it. Those Lassus in trouble. He's going to try to get away. Does Stealth have the kill? Doesn't need it. Barracuda was there, almost finding 2 here. Will Stealth go aggressive with the dash? Andy just trying to chase him down, and will find him with the cavalry charge. Kraken's going to go off, not going to do damage. Epic uppercut's going to rain down. Andy's going to find some damage onto Stealth, and Stealth will be picked off, but Andy finds a double kill in the meantime as he's now trying to escape. Lassus just trying to keep it alive. Belly flop will deter. Zatman finds it with a pals, throws out the Cat's Rising Jaguar to try to escape, but the Ninetales is going to hit. The Cat's going to maintain the slow here. Jeff Himmler's belly flop should be coming back up. Jingle Bang's going to do some damage. Zatman has over-aggressed here, and now he's going to get chased out. And Megatron not going to find the overall damage there. No stun available as well. Zatman plus heavy agility will be able to get out of that fight. All 5 members of COG are awake and ready to fight as Stealth and Anatoly in the mid lane start trading blows. Left side, we're seeing aggression as Andy's in there trying to get the speed buff away. Les is trying to find something, but nothing to be found. right, 10 minutes into the game, 35 tickets separate the two teams, and we did have a red buff. It looks like red buff steal on left side, or rather right side as well. Anatoly able to pick that one up. Speed buff is down as well onto the best. Left side, we saw speed buff picked up, and I'm not sure who it went on. It looks like it did go on to Guan Yu, and he picked that one up. So that's going to be a big win for them. Right now, Barracuda, top farm in the game at 107. He's probably aching for more of those kills to stack up the Shibalanke passive, of course, giving him damage for every kill that he gets, stacking up to 6 times and a total of 30 damage. Still not quite there, though I can imagine those bolas at this point are leveled up, which means he's swinging with an extra 50 damage on top of the damage that he's getting from, you know, the Hidden Dagger, the Titan's Bane, Jotun's Wrath, and Warrior Tabby as they turn their sights to the best. Crushing Wave's going to get him out of there, but it's not going to do the damage that they wanted. Zatman's in a lot of trouble here and likely will be picked off as he did not juke them hard enough. Another Kraken's going to go out, and that's going to be good, but only onto Jeff Hinla, who's, of course, building a very tanky Bacchus. Shadow Q going to get stunned out there. Groggy Strike still available, but, of course, a quick jump out is going to be good there. Andy manages to find Lassus jumping over the wall. Jeff Hinla will be saved there, and Barracuda, of course, will get into the base as well. Another major win for COG, putting it up 10-4 right now in kills with 28 assists, and their siege minion has spawned. That siege tower, that payload, they're trying to get it done. MLC Stealth's going to get caught by the bleed as that man rotates down. The overall damage is huge here. Zap does not have his jump available to him. The Jingle Bang doesn't get off. Lass is trying to save him, but he still finds him over the wall. And the very tanky Sun Wukong continues back to the mid lane where they're going to continue pushing this down. Now, everyone has respawned at this point on Dignitas. The payload's almost in there. The best gets picked up. It's getting close, but they do manage to pick it up, but they lose someone in the process. Overall, there is a 50-ticket disparity between these two teams. COG is doing a damn good job of keeping themselves up. All right, so now... So we see actually it's closer to 40 tickets at this point, 41 to be exact, but they're cleaning up this wave, and that's, of course, going to jump up a lot. That's a 48 ticket disparity wave to wave at this point, and COG definitely has an experience advantage. You see a lot more 16s, rather one more 16. I shouldn't say a lot coming out on that side, which is going to be big. Barracuda still unable to find that extra damage from those kills. You see him with 11 assists right now. Most of the kills actually going on to Andy on that Guan Yu, who has been chasing down kill after kill after kill, making sure he's using the Warrior's Will and the Cavalry Charge to as much of his advantage as possible. And, of course, MLC Stealth using those stuns and Path of Flame to keep his team alive. We actually see more of a support Agni coming out more than anything. But player damage still massively in favor of Barracuda right now. 14k in the hole. Zatman actually doing 11k as well, but hasn't been able to convert nearly as much, sitting 2-4-2 right now. His Bastet is getting picked on. So we still have about a minute until the buffs respawn. Blink coming in. They're actually going to focus their shot onto Zatman here, who's forced to jump early. Heavenly Agility's used. Jump back. Going to put himself actually in a very safe situation as Shadow Q finds himself into the back line. Root not going to hit anybody. Zatman's in a little trouble going down. Lassus goes down as well as they turn their sights to Anatoly. You can see Andy just trying to get as much damage done as possible. Tallow Assault. Andy, oh, Anatoly wiggles just enough to get out of there, but sells out the best on his trip back to the base. Shadow Q also going to be forced out. Anatoly coming out of the base early to ensure that they're not able to push down into the base, as everyone from Dig has respawned, but no one from COG has been lost here. 15-5 right now. A major advantage here for Cognitive as we're getting close to, it looks like almost 70 tickets, are actually closer to the 60 mark at this point. 62 to be exact, and that's a big deal. But luckily, Dignitas right here, not giving up, notices the buff respawn, will rotate to the left side to pick up the 3. Speed buff still available. They could actually take a 4 buff swing if Anatoly notes this, but it looks like he's just going to control the mid lane and get ready for the creeps as actually Lassus rotates over to the right side. It looks like they're going to try to do this as safely as possible. Doesn't seem like the COG needs this too much, but at the same time, a speed buff's a speed buff, and that could save his life. 14, close to 45 down the line. Andy's going to jump onto the Cavalry Charge and turn his sights to the God of the Yellow River, but will not gain much as the Atlas of the Yellow River is going to move him out of the Cavalry Charge dangerous path. Right now in the mid lane, MLC Stealth's going to force himself to Aegis. right through that. Shadow Q getting pushed into a really bad spot. Oh no, a title search is actually going to wake them up as they are able to turn down the best. Does not have anything available to him. Omega's going to try to get this in the base. He finds it. Will he escape from this? No, he will go down, but 5 tickets for 5 tickets. I'm sure he's screaming worth on that one. Oh, actually, we're not done yet. Shadow Q is pushed back to the bottom side. He's trying to get some damage, but Stealth just not ever going down here. Last is looking for something. Will find Andy. Jumping over is the best, and Andy's going to go up to the air. He is definitely going to go down here. Yeah, there he goes. That's going to be a 5-ticket swing. Crushing Waves not going to do the damage they expected onto the rather tanky Bacchus, who is now moving forward here. Actually, looks like he's going to control the wave as MLC Stealth returns. Still, look at the disparity. 65 tickets still in the lead. That is a comeback. This is a 1 game at this point. This is a solved match of Arena. That is not enough room. The entire time, they can actually burn down the 10-ticket minion wave, or rather just the big minion over and over and over, and still win this game. This is the point where COG can just play safely. They don't have to overcommit. Oh, epic uppercut was used. Barracuda Aegis is the Kraken. Oh, Dig's gotta be feeling that one. That's gonna be a big shot to the Spirit. Is now for the next couple minutes, or rather next minute or so, Anatoly is not gonna have the damage potential that they've expected from him in the last couple matches. And given the fact that there are 18 kills right now on COG, 2 more will earn them another siege minion. That payload burning down the middle lane to ensure that they're going to have to put themselves in a bad spot or force themselves into another 15-ticket loss. Screams of Ignite coming out from Agni there. Ignite. Agni as he burns down a few of the remaining minions. Blink coming in. Jeff Himla is going to find a 3-person Intoxicate. The best here. He's trying to run away, and he doesn't quite find the stun as Shadow Q, again, a rather short cooldown, finds MLC Stealth with the first major point of damage that we've seen so far. Zatman not in a great spot here, but neither is MLC Stealth, who is, yeah, he's going to get picked up immediately. Anatoly's getting rather low. They're going to trade 1-for-1 on Zatman as he's going to go down, but have a rather short respawn timer as Barra is just trying to find his way against from the fastly aggressing Lasses. You see him running towards the buff cams just through to ensure that he doesn't go down. Omegatron sitting up in the cloud here is going to be forced out. COG's going to trade a 1-for-1, which is definitely in their favor at this point. The faster they get them down to 10 tickets, if they can trade, the better it's going to be. Now you see Zatman putting himself into a dangerous spot here to try to find Stealth. Isn't quite able to get the tickets he was looking for right there, as Stealth did manage to make it into the fountain before the bleed really started to burn down the health that Agni was able to push forth. Overall, we still have enough damage on COG and enough potential on COG to continue this pressure and win the game in this exact regard. On the bottom side now, Dignitas has 4 members just trying to find something here. They have to try to make team fights happen, but they just don't have the damage potential right now. 4 of them still sitting on their level 4 ults, whereas almost everyone over on COG, of course, minus Jeff Himla, is sitting on their maximum ult damage. Given the fact that Jeff Himla has got to be very close to level 20 and that Intoxicate is devastating at all levels, I don't think they're too worried about it. And 56 tickets separating these 2 teams at this point is a big deal. Now, Stealth has taken a lot of damage here. Lassus not going to find it again as Andy burns down the backline to find Anatoly. You see him just trying to chase the best now.
Aww.
Great use. Andy finds the double kill. Is that Dry Bear?
That's me looking for Zam on the backside. The dunk from above. Jingle Bangs are dropped down about 1/3 HP as Kamakarna looks for it. Dodges the cat as a cat. Looking for Lasses. Kraken comes out. MLC's still alive, but the game here is going to be Shibolanke. 26,000 damage dealt in this 19-minute match. It's 24-100. It is a 4 times differential. That siege minion is going to be stopped completely in its tracks, but it doesn't matter too much at this point. We're heading towards that 10-ticket differential here for Cognitive Gaming, and they got to feel so confident about it. We're going to see a lot of itemization coming out from Barracuda as well. There's the Fearless Purification beats. I'm sorry, each damage gets activated there by MLCs to avoid it. He's so quick.
That was smart. I thought it was a beat too. He didn't need to. He's like, you know what? I can just shut down a lot of damage here. Let me use my Aegis. 17 tickets separate. They should really go for the minion wave before overcommitting this. They want to get them down to 10 tickets as soon as possible. Andy really should turn around and try to burn that down, but they're going to take the best out. Actually, not quite yet. He
Oh.
will get away.
Oh!
3 tickets behind, guys. Please kill the minions. There it is. Glasses trying to get away here. Will turn his sights to Andy, but I don't think that was a smart pick up there. 2 tickets remain. It's gonna be 1 in a second. You know,
Shadow
you never wanna count
Q.
this out. You
Shadow
never wanna
Q.
count them out.
Dashing away here might be enough. Looking for MLC. Barracuda goes down the bomb from above. It's ticking in, so he's still alive here. There goes the activation of the girdle. Girdle means go, but Omega backs off here. They need this minion wave. The big minion has spawned, looking for it. The sleep comes out there. Do they get it? They're going to go for the minion. One slice from Andister comes on out, and Cog takes it 59-0.
No, if you have 1 second left and they have 15, it's doable. They have 20. Maybe 25 to 30. It's a nightmare. I mean, basically, you have to clear the whole wave and deicide it without losing anybody. But if you're at 60 and they're at 1, generally, there really isn't a comeback factor. And Cog abused that. They had 3 people. They rushed down the final minion, and that's going to be at 22 to 11. That's a big swing.
You know, 28,000 damage by Xbalanque. That comes close with Hobwa, 22k, 21k on Poseidon, 21k on Bastet as well. A lot of single target damage coming out there. But Xbalanque, 3-1-18. We know Barracuda's good. We know Xbalanque is good in Arena. You talked about in the picking stage, DM, the fact that he's just so strong in Arena. The AoE combination is there. Not only that, but they had Bacchus combination with the Xbalanque ultimate to force them to be stunned out. And MLC, who was really the main target. They had MLC Stealth on Agni, or they had Barracuda on Xbalanque, both who had CC immune dashes and a lot of protection with Guan Yu, Sun Wukong, and Bacchus. So you'd be able to control that completely. And they have this beautiful front line to stop everything that's heading towards them, and they played beautifully.
Overall, right there, that was a pretty dominant performance coming out from Cognitive, but this is a 2 out of 3 set. Dignitas has to win the next 2 games straight, but is still in it. Of course, the winner will move on to next week's event where we play out the round of 8, right down to the grand finals, where we're going to play out for a prize pool of, I think, what is it, Driver? $10,000?
$10,000.
For Arena?
For Arena.
I like Arena. I do. I really hope everyone at home is paying attention to what these teams are doing, because I had stopped queuing League Arena for a long time because people don't want to learn the meta. Hopefully, this will bring it more to the forefront.
It's very different. It's certainly very different. Conquest is what everyone knows. I mean, that is the generic MOBA map. That's what you look for. But it just can't be that. So it's very different. So you look at it, the minions are very important. Everything changes. You don't look for kills. And if you do, I mean, we saw that in last series. I was very excited to see the fact that when it got down to 1 ticket left, they just went to their base and sat back. And then when the minion came out, they all came together. They jumped the minion together. And that's how you know that the team knows the meta for Arena.
So going into game 2, really, what do they have to change here on Dignitas? There was a lot of tankiness, I think, coming out. That, and I think the beginning could have been won, but every single time Last has had a Blink Fearless opportunity, he went on Stealth, and Stealth's like, no, Path of Flames, I'm CC immune for whatever reason. So here, it takes him like a little bit of damage for your troubles, and now your Blink's on cooldown. So I would definitely choose an easier target to hit, even if it's tank. In the early game, level 5, level 6, level 7, you can kill Bacchus. Level 18, level 19, level 20, probably not going to be as easy.
Yeah, and he's so great with initiation, jumping in or blinking in with the Intoxicate to follow up, and all of a sudden you're wobbling, you can't control your movement, and everything kind of just happens all at once, especially with Xbalanque Ultimate to follow up. You can't see it, your teammates, you know the stun's coming, you can't stop it, and I think they really have that great gap clear to be able to jump with the Bacchus and then Xbalanque Ultimate, which is global. And I think the biggest thing as well is that they need to focus on fundamentals. I mean, when it comes down to its core, Arena is a very simple game mode. If you're not getting the minions, you're not getting the tickets, and it doesn't matter what your team comp is. It doesn't matter how well you played as a team or what kind of kills you got. If you're not getting the base tickets that make everything flow fluidly, you're not going to be able to win out in the end. I think when we talked about this in the beginning, DM, the fact that they just weren't focusing enough on the minions. They missed too many ticket changes by not getting last hits 1 or 2 every wave. It starts to add up over time till eventually you realize, okay, 1 or 2 tickets a wave. There's been 20 waves, all 40, 50 tickets lost just because you're not being efficient. You got to fix it.
So we're going to be getting into the picks and ban phase for game 2, and very quickly Dignitas is going to hover on like Xbalanque and lock that out. Barracuda is not going to get that one again.
You don't want it. And you know, it changes everything so much because you want Freya, you don't want them to have Shibalanke, you don't want them to have so many different things. Even Bacchus is a consideration here, but there's just so many good characters, and the fact that COG plays a lot of different characters well that you wouldn't normally want to ban, it makes it difficult to fit it all into two.
By the way, have you ever solo casted Arena? That is a nightmare.
Oh yeah, a full tournament, 6 to 8 hours.
Well, that's just a bad idea.
It happens. It happens.
So Guan Yu, a character that for a long time was considered rather weak in Arena, has been banned out along with Shibalanke, and we're going to see an auto lock of Bacchus. So we saw a ban of Shibalanke, a ban of Guan Yu, and an auto lock from Bacchus coming out from Dignitas. That is 3 respect picks right there.
Zeus and Geb. I mean, Geb's kind of a default here. They don't really want, and you know, honestly, Geb, if all he was just a walking 3 button, I think he would still be really good in Arena. I mean, that shield makes a big difference. Even if you're not even if you just sit in the well and shield people occasionally, and just shield it on cooldown, that shield prevents so many kills and also makes people commit too far for them to be able to deal with things. So now over to COG to see what they want to go with. Odin's available. We know Sun Wukong's available. Poseidon's available. A lot of these great picks we've seen every single game. Looks like Sun Wukong and Odin are both going to be hovered on here in response to the Bacchus first pick. I think they're pretty happy with that.
Where is the Freya pick? We have Lassus and Ananser in this game, and Freya hasn't been auto-locked. She was banned last game.
Lassus is in the game as well. Both of them can play it to a high level. Now, Freya wasn't that big of a driving force in the last match we watched, but this time around it certainly could. Ananser, Lassus. Scylla! Could it be? Could it be a Scylla? Scylla's available.
Like,
Scylla
for the
is
love
available.
of God.
And
Agni being grabbed as well. That's a shot to MLC Stealth right there, who was pretty dominant last game, had a very good survivability rate, but I don't know, man. I think the Scylla is the right pick here. Actually, we're going to see a switch from Agni over to Freya. That will be locked in, so MLC Stealth likely to pick Agni here.
Wow. Freya, not that surprising. Scylla still available as well. Now, are they going to allow them to have someone like Kambankarna or, you know, someone who can get in there and be able to stun them out long enough? Maybe like an Amir even wouldn't be too bad here in the arena setting with the frost breath, getting them down. Of course, the slow is huge in the wall. I mean, honestly, anything that would help Scylla to continually hit the ultimate or even all of her abilities. I mean, Sentinel is really the only thing that's easy to land, able to teleport out. But Crush, it can take some practice to get used to using that and popping it immediately as soon as it lands. Back over to COG, what are they going to go for?
You know, I mean, last time they trolled me with a Kali hover. This time there looks like they're going to troll me with a Kali hover.
Chunga!
Oh!
Chunga hovered on here. Kali hovered on. Kali locked in! Kali locked in here! Now, she does have the passive, which can be, if you keep track of it. I mean, Kali's like one of those things where, like, you go to the casino, you have to count cards. You're keeping track of the mental thing in the back burners here, making sure that what's happening is always being written down somewhere, either mental or next to you. If you can do that effectively, the passive, you can definitely bring Kali to life. And that's the biggest thing about Kali is she's a single-target assassin that you need to involve your team with.
Not to mention, you know, a lot of people don't realize that Marked for Death not only gives you extra gold and the health gain, but it also provides penetration.
That's right.
It gives you 10 plus 1 extra penetration per level to your target, which is a big deal. Switching over to Dig, though, let's talk a little bit about their picks of Nemesis and Shock, both rather elusive characters. I mean, it's hard to catch Nemesis. It's not hard to catch Chalk, but he can get away from you. He can heal himself almost infinitely. And then, of course, there's the 50% damage mitigation. Used to be a full immunity, but 50% damage mitigation and CC immunity on Stormcall's channel, which is a big deal.
They have a lot of slows on Dignitas. They have 4 out of the 5 characters all have slows available to them there. So there's definitely combo potential, and certainly slows would help Scylla allow more I'm a Monster hits and possibly even get more kills out of it. One thing I'm concerned about, though, you have Nemesis, Scylla, and Freya all on one team, and across the way you have Kali, and so she's going to try to get to the backlines and stick to it with destruction as well as Mark for Death, like you mentioned, given that extra little HP and penetration. I think all eyes are on Ananser for the beginning.
I'm so excited. You know, he whispered me in game, or maybe it was a Twitter direct message. Either way, he messaged me probably a week after we got back from the launch tournament, and he said to me, he's like, hey, I've been playing a lot of Kali because you wouldn't shut up about it, and I'm starting to see what you're saying. Like, she's really, really strong, and if she gets started, she can't be stopped. And what's great about her is she sticks to people. You can't get her off you. I mean, and with Chinsai, she can burn down a character like Bacchus or Chalk. She easily wins the Nemesis boxing match. She can beat Freya because she makes herself invincible. Really, the only trouble she's going to have here is getting baited by Scylla.
Or Bacchus just playing amazing, which we know Shadowcue can, like you mentioned.
That's true.
So, I mean, if Bacchus can play well to slow her down, or maybe even try to interrupt her during Destruction's duration, or try to just prevent her from getting the kill. Now, I think this really comes down to Dignitas to see if they can keep track of who the target is. Like we were mentioning earlier, Kali is more team play oriented than people realize. You have to be able to call out who your target is, make sure you get the kill. Otherwise, if you're going for an all-in destruction dive and you don't get the kill, someone takes it from you on your team, you won't get that heal and you will end up dying thereafter. And so they have to be careful about how they plan this out. And of course, we'll be able to see how that works out in the game itself. So this is game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Dignitas versus Cognitive Gaming. Cognitive Gaming up 1 game. They're going to try and close it out with a 2-0, but Dignitas is going to stop them in their tracks if they possibly can. The number 2 team coming out of the launch tournament. Stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 2, Match 2, Day 2, Week 1 of the Alienware Arena
What
Cup.
was all that? The fact that you got through that was incredible.
Thank you. So that's right. This is a 2-week tournament, ladies and gentlemen. This is $10,000 on the line. We are in the second match of the day, which is a set of games. It is the second game of that match, Dignitas versus Cog, and Cog took game 1.
Yes, they did quite convincingly, too, and I think one of the biggest separations of tickets since we started playing. I would like to see what they're going to do this game, though. Right off the bat, we're going to see them push on the left side to get the double creep wave. Right side, are they going for it? It looks like, yeah, they're almost getting done here. Red goes down, Speed goes down, and will be picked up for Chang'e. Chang'e? Barracuda's playing Chang'e?
Weird.
Huh.
Very weird. But Chang'e is very strong. We saw that in Game 2 of the last matchup. So, you know, you have the heal, you have the Waxing Moon, and she can really scale up to high amounts of damage.
Right here, Stealth taking some damage as well. He's going to be forced to use Path of Flames early, and there's not going to get much damage here. Did Tyr not get picked?
Nope.
He wasn't banned either.
Well, he hasn't been playing very effectively in honestly any of the 3 matches we've watched today so far. There goes a stun on MLC. Yeah, and he doesn't really bring enough to the table if he doesn't get those initiations. And against these kind of players, they're all looking for it.
Right now, Barra has taken a lot of damage. Really, Dig should use this opportunity to push someone down. You see them going back to the base already, trying to heal up. Only 2 people in mid lane. I'm really surprised that we didn't see them rush them down right there. I really thought Dig was going to go for it. Usually, they're very aggressive.
Yeah, and I think they're playing a little more cautiously given the fact they are down 1 game and they're not looking to give that up so quickly. We're going to see boots from everyone. No one really in a rush except for Gemhilla, who likes to get his sovereignty right off the bat. Look at Omega here trying to steal this blue away. Actually forces Anatoly to pause for a second and have his team come over there. Now using the crush in the mid lane. There goes the crush. It's like a piñata. I love it.
So as everyone hits level 5, we're going to see a much different game here. Rain Fires are going to come out. Destruction is online. It looks like everyone has opted for their ultimate at level 5. Jeff Himla's going to have the Ring of Spears, Waxing Moon, which in my opinion is the best move in the entire game, is ready to go as well. Andy has been forced into destruction very early and back into the base. Himla taking a lot of damage. Barra's going to go down. Valkyrie's discretion was stuttered. It was weighted, and it will find a kill. 2 kills here for Dignitas as they gain a very early lead.
Very early indeed, and honestly, it's exactly what they needed to do. And we talked about this in the picky stage. The fact that if you have, you know, characters like Nemesis, Scylla, and Freya all on one team, you're looking to get as much farm as you can in the beginning. Farm. But they have 1,400 gold on COG right now. That's exactly what they wanted. This is it. This is what they needed. We all know Scylla is the weirdest character ever. Honestly, just awful at level 1, 2, and 3. Can't even go to the mid lane because the push is so weak. And then late game, you just hide in a corner and find some dark place because you're terrified.
Really, I mean, a lot of the high-level strategy against Scylla is we need to go and kill her before she starts doing things.
Yeah, absolutely. Just shut her down.
If that Sikkim hits you and you're crippled and the crush comes, you're done. I mean, that's going to be at least half your health. Unless you're a tank, and then it's probably 40%. I mean, it's still massive amounts of damage, and that's probably what they're going to be looking for here in the end game. And the best has probably one of the best accuracies in the entire world. That his hit ratio on abilities in tournament is unbelievable.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen him play so strong, and the fact that he's able to, and it's not just landing the abilities. It's also predicting where the players are going to move, seeing how the team fight is going to adjust itself. Are they going to retreat? Are they going to move forward? Are they going to try to gain ground? What's going to happen in the next 5 to 10 seconds, and how they deal with it? Initiation, Odin trap. MLC is going to go down to Anatoly in the back end. Now using the torque to get out of the ring. Trap out, Waxing Moon. The best is dropping low. Got up the L. Freya damage is huge here. Sentinel gets the distance. Freya is in the backside, but Lassus goes down. Barracuda down as well. I'm a monster. The bomb from above.
Oh my god, the damage potential on both sides was so big. And right now, I think that was a 2 for 2. I kind of got lost in the middle of that team fight. So many things happened there. I mean, we saw Stealth go down pretty soon. We still don't have, we just got the respawn of Barracuda, and now 4 to 2. It looks like both teams aren't really going to gain too much there, but overall, it looks like that was a small win for Dignitas. Taking a look at the tickets now, they're 9 ahead where they were previously 8.
Yeah, tickets are slow in the beginning. This is how it happens every single arena. Unless a team just really comes out and brings the heat immediately, you'll generally see a slow gain here. Coming down the minions, you see right side, the minion buffs will be picked up here by Cog. Bellyflop coming out. Good avoidance by Barracuda. Banish on Omega. Does he have the bird available? The root, the cripple, sick him into the Ox farm. I love the fact that he went Ox there. Beautiful.
Me too. No, not enough people are using that Ox. It's not as fast as the bird, sure, but you knock everybody out of your path. Plus, you do damage. I mean, if they were to re-engage on him and push in front of him, they just would have been shut down for it. And that's a big deal. Now, as we rotate towards the left side, Speed and Red are both getting contested as we see a jump in the lunge. Gonna catch Lassus here. Waxing Moon's gonna hit him. Rain Fire's gonna hit him. And a second Rain Fire will bring him down, separating the two teams now only by 4 tickets. And this is getting big now because Scylla and Kali are both starting to scale up a little bit. You see the greater talent, the Bancroft's talent getting started there. We have Balance Blade on Kali right now, which is going to turn quickly into Chin Size. He's less than 700 gold away from turning that into one of the most devastating items in the game currently.
Oh, Kali rushing that Chin Size is so painful to see. The hit chain's quick, but also has the damage from the lash, can jump in with the nimble strike, and it's very easy for Kali to just all of a sudden overtake you. You're thinking, okay, Kali, yeah, she's an assassin, but I think I'm okay. And it's just tick, 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 tick with those little blades, and all of a sudden you're dead. And we try to turn on her, she has a destruction. So we haven't really seen Anitzer activate yet. He's been sitting in the back line, getting as much farm as he can, kind of biding his time. They're 5 tickets behind. They're not feeling the heat too much here, especially given the fact that they are up 1 game. And so if they lose this here, they have another game in the pocket. And so we're waiting for that big activation. I feel like the late game for this one is going to be the best we're going to see all day.
Also, take a look, the Height of the Urchin is online, meaning kill potential now is in greater favor overall of COG because they're going to be earning a little bit more. And it can be very important at this stage in the game. Right there, COG kind of misplayed. They should have stopped attacking that minion. It would have killed at least 2 of the tickets off from Dignitas, thanks to the best over aggression. But still, 12 tickets separate right now, thanks to maybe some misplays there on the wave. Overall, COG not down by too much as they clear this wave up. It looks like they're going to be separated by about 5, and they should use this opportunity to get ready to start pushing. Anitzer is less than 100 gold away from getting those chins online, and then you know he's going to be looking to fight.
The Chin's blades makes a big difference. A fast hit chain means that every single time you attack, you are activating that passive. Now, it did get reduced or adjusted recently. Now, 5% of target mag. He wants it. And now he's able to get close, especially to tanky targets. You're looking at characters like Chalk. You're looking at characters like Bacchus, who have natural HP and physical protection gains. He's going to get in there, and that 5% is going to make a really big difference for the overall control. With how fast Kali hits, especially with that attack speed, it's going to be quick.
I wish we knew who her target was. That would give a little bit more of a, I guess, presence of mind of what he'll be going for. Taking a look at the board here. Oh, wait, we got to jump in here. Jeff Himla's going to lock in, too. Lass is taking some damage. He's jumping in as well. I think Lassus might have been the target here. Now, Retribution's going to stop him out. Destruction has been used. Not really sure why he used it so early, but still, overall, not too much gain just yet. They're trying to find something. MLC still super low right there. I'm a Monster's going to miss as 3 members of COG fighting 4 members of Dig. Jeff Himla kind of out of position here. Thunderstrike, a few auto attacks. Oxform, but it's not going to be enough as they do find the kill with Slice and Dice. It's 5-3 right now as Dig is just, or rather COG's trying to keep those minions out of the portal.
The tickets are huge here, 332 to 317. Dignitas is getting the pressure and the momentum they desperately needed last game, especially given the fact they have such a strong late game. The best just now finishing off that Obsidian Shard, 33% magical penetration plus a good 70 magical damage on the top end. So he's going to be hitting very, very hard here as he pinatas another wave of minions up into the sky with that crush. And now we're going to wait to see if COG can answer here. COG has been biding their time as well. Both teams kind of waiting for that mid and late game stage, which we're kind of upon now. In the arena, you gain a lot more gold and a lot faster. 8 minutes in the game, it's not ever possible to see 3 items on one character, but we're going to see that here in arena. Buff minions are going to go on the right side to Dignitas as well, stealing those away. The left side is about to respawn, so they rush over there. They might get both sides of the map.
They're going to have to do something here on COG because they're not putting the pressure forth that we usually expect from them. They're losing wave to wave. They're not winning the team fights. They're missing out on buffs. 14 tickets separate these two teams, which means they need to be more aggressive. They need to find ways, especially considering they have Kali, one of the highest damaging characters in the game, and they have Chang'e, owner of Waxing Mood, arguably the best move in the entire game. I mean, it's huge damage. It's a ranged stun. The stun gets longer if she hits multiple people, and it's lightning fast.
Very, very quick, and that's the biggest thing is that, those fast abilities are hard to judge and hard to react to because they come out so quickly. We mentioned one earlier with Ur, the fact that he does have that thrown axe able to stun very, very quickly, and of course, bladed arrow is also very fast and hard to avoid, and so those kind of abilities you kind of have to preemptively judge, and sometimes when you see a player avoid something like that, or even like a Blink Fearless, they usually predict it ahead of time and make preparations before it arrives. Initiation coming out from Omega. The slow's going to come down there. Good interruption with Warrior's Will on Shadowkeep, preventing that Belch the Gods from stunning out. Crush is going to do no damage there as Jeff Hinla avoids it, but COG, they're just lying in wait.
Oh, right now Anatoly pushing himself forward is going to get stunned out. We're seeing a counter Belch of the Gods there. Belly flop's going to hit too as Barra gets worked down pretty hard there. I'm a monster. He's looking for it. He's going to hit Hinla but not kill him. He will not gain it back. And Omegatron will find a kill here as you see the little decoy is about to go down. Zatman also gets picked off as well. Gugnir's Smite going to stop Lasted from bringing him down just yet. They're trying to find a way out of there, but there's nowhere to go. And now Barracuda, trying to save his teammates, has put himself in a bad spot as Andy jumps over the wall. He's going to come back out and look for the stun as we see an Aegis come out from Barracuda to keep himself alive. That was the first team fight I think we've seen go in favor of Cognitive, and it was still more of a tie than anything.
They're going to push up here. Banish going to come out, just more of a defensive strategy to make sure they peel off completely and not really go for the kill here. Although I don't think COG was going in on that one. Weakening Curse being picked up here by Anatoly and completed, looking to slow down the healing potential. Now, it's important to note that if that is active on Kali when she goes and does her thing, you can prevent the entire heal itself. And so Kali needs to be wary of that, but his Enhancer, he's a very aware character. His awareness is among the highest, not only of junglers, but also of Smite players in general. So it's very difficult to try and time that out, and so we're going to wait to see if Anatoly uses that just as a blanket slow or tries to counter Kali when she commits.
Not to mention, there's still healing to come out from other people on the team as well. I mean, Chang'e has a lot of healing. Omegatron can get his healing reduced if he gets caught when he's charging up his ultimate. I mean, there's a lot that they can do with just that one move. In fact, I'm surprised that I didn't see them rush more than one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to get that early. And that's the biggest thing about Arena is you have to kind of, I guess, factor your time and think about when do I need this and when do I do it. That's Girdle of Might. They added it last game, and it worked really well.
Yeah, I mean, this is not an item that we see a lot. I'm actually surprised that didn't connect. You see that? Looked good to me.
Very close.
Look at it. But overall, ticket-wise, after they clear this wave, this is actually pretty surprising. Only 8 tickets separate the two teams now. Looks like Haga is doing a good job of getting them back into the game here, but Anatoly has a 700 gold lead of anyone else in the game currently, and that's on chalk. You can see Heart of the Urchin has been finished. His sprint is done. He has Jotun's Wrath. Next, what do you think is go for? You think we're going to see the chin size?
It's possible, and it's something that we've seen actually time and time again, and Anatoly does like his damage out. Maybe. He does like the little bit of lifesteal and
incoming balance
there.
blade.
So, there it is. So it's going to be chin size, making sure he has that extra hit. And I think this is important for characters like Odin, for characters like Sun Wukong, and even for characters like Chang'e, who are going to be very durable. The extra passive is going to make a difference.
Oh, Anatoly, Lassus, and Zatman ready to burn this down. They're going to grab it. Banish is going to hit Hinla there. They're not going to be able to get anything done there. Crush is on cooldown. Girdle of Might has been used as Shadowkeep finds 2. with the Intoxicate as the silence hits 3 people. Zatman's trying to rain some damage down. Omega not in a great spot here, but he's jumping back in. That was the decoy. They're going to get some damage. I'm a Monster going to do enough to burn them down. Anatoly finds a double, and Andy is not in a good spot.
Kali, Destruction, not going to get the kill. Does have a 50% increase in HP. Just the end of it, but didn't get the kill on their target. Crushed him over the wall! The best gets the shot!
11-5 right now. A huge fight right there for Dignitas. They are not giving up. Game 1 was kind of, I guess, maybe even a misnomer considering how far ahead Cognitive was at one point. Or rather, not even one point, at the end of the game. But it looks... All right, so... Okay. So Cognitive right now, they're down about 30 tickets, closer to 29. And they have a lot of work to do. But they have the team that can do it. I mean, Agni can do a lot of damage from afar. He's usually pretty safe here. I think the issue here is that Jeff Himla's Odin, 0-4-5 right now, has been unable to find the damage potential that we usually see from Odin. It should be noted that when you play him in Conquest, one of the reasons that he's so favored right now is that Lunge at level 1 does 140 damage. Meaning from level 1 to level 9, without leveling a jump, he does almost as much damage as Nasha's Sash if you level it up. I mean, it's a lot of damage, it's AoE, and it puts him in a position to threaten you. In this game type, generally you're leveling up very quickly, which means that lunge damage isn't going to scale as well as we usually see as if it were Conquest.
Well, also starts at level 3 in Arena as well, and then that lunge, you're right, exactly right. That base damage starting 140 is huge. Not only that, but he also has the passive to keep himself safe from rotations, as well as during the mid camps or in this situation over the wall when they try to rotate or use obscure vision by trying to block it. But at the same time, you have the Gunner's Might slow, damage, and of course the passive regeneration, and of course the physical protection. So he is just such a durable character. And when he pops up his ultimate, he gets the CC immunity. His friends get the CC immunity, or sorry, the protections. He gets the protections, and he also has a little bit of increased damage. And so overall, Odin's just such a powerful character. That's one of the reasons why we saw him all throughout the launch event, all throughout the qualifiers leading up to the launch event, those 8 weeks. And it's just great to have him on your team. And so here, 221 to 192. Dig is definitely setting the pace that they wanted it. We're starting to see Scylla activate. The damage, Scylla is going to be the highest in the game right now, and not all that surprising. A crush from over the wall killed Kali with 500 damage. He just pressed it, popped it, dead immediately. And we saw that I'm a Monster hit 2 players with it. It was near 900, 1,000 damage just for that single hit. And now all of a sudden everyone is just scattering because the damage is so palpable. You can't stick around too long. And this is why people like Scylla. Now, Scylla first came out, put her in the mid lane. Let's not do that. It's a little bit difficult, especially against Ra, Chunga, anyone with a heal. The push is so slow. Put her in the solo lane. Just wait really, really long. Level 7, level 8, push into the mid game, 15, 16. You hit 20, and Scylla is just terrifying.
And not to mention, the best right now is sitting on Restored Artifact, and of course has enough gold for the overall rod, which is a very big deal. But we're going to take a look at the bracket here for a second. Now, Dignitas and Cog on the top here are fighting off. Winner of that's going to go on to fight the winner of Blaze and Snipe. Right now, it should be noted that Snipe was the winner of the previous tournament that we ran for Arena. Right. They kind of stormed through, and it looks like Snipe is going to be the victors there. Of course, Team Coast was over Omaha Gaming. Team Solo Mid bested Full Moon. We see the other Superbia team, Superbia Bros, going against Glitch. They were able to win there. They'll go up against Team Kicked next week. Game Changers had the automatic win because of Down to Frag's disqualification. And this morning we checked in with I5 and Superbia, where Superbia went on, and they'll be fighting Game Changers next week.
Yeah, 2-0 victory there for Superbia over I5, so it's going to be a big difference as they go into round of 8, which is going to be taking place next weekend. This is a 2-week event, so keep that in mind. We're only doing the round of 16 today, and so we're going to be finishing out the round of 16 with this match here, Dig versus Cog. And you mentioned one thing about Snipe, the fact that they won the last Arena tournament, and they honestly cannot be counted out at any point. For those of you who missed it at the launch event, Snipe nearly 2-0'd Cog in the early stages of the tournament itself. It was about 15k gold. They were Cog turned around and ended up winning game 2 and game 3 to shut it out. But Snipe with a 15k lead, they dominated game 1. They played very well against C9. I mean, overall, they're such a strong team. And so after winning the first Arena Cup, coming to this next one, going into the round of 8, it's not surprising to see them play so well.
during the launch tournament, we saw one of the, if not the best comeback in Smite's history. I mean, the Phoenixes were down. Cog was able to get through that somehow with 15K in the hole. I truly believe that if Snipe won that game, they could have won the tournament. They were riding so high after their win of Cloud9. They were on fire, and they played like it, and that one little toss sent the emotional Snipe team into a spiral. Now, next week, they're going to have a chance at revenge, a prize pool of $10,000, nothing to laugh at, and they're going to face the winner of what could be this game. If Cognitive is able to turn this one around and win this, they'll be fighting Snipe next week. Otherwise, Dignitas has to finish this one up in this direction, and they have to win next week as well.
A bit of a clarification there earlier. D2F was not actually disqualified. They forfeited. So they didn't do anything wrong. They weren't punished or disqualified for any reason. They forfeited because their players, they weren't able to get 5 for the tournament, so they got knocked out.
DJ Pernicus,
a.k.a. King Pern, a.k.a.
a.k.a. Ryan Gosling.
So we're back in the match, guys. 212 versus 179. Cog is trailing behind Dig here. Now, keep in mind, Cog did win game 1, so they lose here. They're not sweating. They go to game 3, and they play out to see if they can win it out. But Dignitas, I mean, they're riding high. That's it. I mean, you got Scylla late. Rod is completed for Scylla. Last is getting strong here. Initiation coming out. There goes the Sentinel to get some distance for the best, but look at the Iron Monster. There's the silence. Anister in trouble. The crush is going to be avoided with the Nimble Strike. Heavily insulated by his time. There goes the girl support as well. The slow coming out from Divine Judgment is going to keep MLC out of the fight for now, but he's got some bombs. Waxing Moon coming through. Not going to do a whole lot there. Valley Flop on Barracuda. There goes the Sentinel. There goes the crush, but gets avoided barely, but one shot from Zapman gets the kill.
That was enough to burn him down. Andy in the base just barely surviving. I'm really surprised that man didn't burn that looking for the kill. Stealth taking a lot here. The best with the very end of the crush, keeping him inside. And now Andy, he finds a kill here, but it wasn't his target. He gets instead of his health back. But the healing from Chang'e keeps him alive. He gets into the base. Still, there's a huge disparity. 34 tickets now in favor of Dignitas. This is much, much different than what we saw last game.
Just kill Scylla. Just kill her. Don't let her do that amount of damage. I mean, yeah, good luck. I mean, Sentinel can keep the distance, but you could see how much, even with Chang'e, who has a heal, who has a massive stun, and a built-in Aegis amulet into her character, got rooted by Sikkim and almost died instantaneously.
This is the power of Scylla, honestly. I mean, she's able to put out so much damage so quickly. And look at that build. She's starting that poly up. She has Tiny Trinket already leveled up. And she's less than 500 gold away from getting that Polynomicon. And look at the build. There's no defense in that build. That is Obsidian Shard, Bancroft's Talon, Rod of Tahuti, and the shoes. He is looking to burst people down. And so far, he's doing a damn good job of it.
Initiation might be coming soon here, 169 to 123. Dignitas still has the momentum in their favor. MLC Stealth is sitting on an uncommon sash. What do you make of that?
I think this is probably going to be Gem of Isolation.
But he picked it up so early and then just sat on it. I mean, you get a little bit of HP and a little bit of magical power. It's very cheap as well, and so he's getting a little bit of stats out of it. And maybe that's his goal. Maybe he just wants a little bit of stats.
They have a lot of sashes right now. Yeah, well, there's the gem coming out from Barra. He turned his golden sash into the Gem of Isolation. Maybe he said, "Oh wait, we got a girdle coming out here." Shadow Q's not in a great spot, but Divine Judgment already been used. He's chasing the best down. He finds it and finds his target. That's a big deal. Last is trying to box out right now, but Zatman's right there. Zatman's gonna get a free kill here. Actually, Last is chasing down and will find it with one auto attack. Barracuda is in a lot of trouble here. He is not getting away. Lassus finds himself a double. Now they're going to turn their sights to the middle of the field. Lassus could find himself a triple, but he gets pushed out. Stealth is still alive.
The Aegis!
But nope, not in time. Anatoly, too strong.
Belch of the Gods looking for Jeff Hinla, needs a Torrent, needs a Thunderstrike, doesn't have either. Storm Call was not available either, couldn't go for that one. The best does have an ultimate though, so if they get too close here, there goes the Crush, clear out the minion wave, and that was a great pickup by Dig. Not only did they get those kills there, they also forced minions into the portal for Cog, getting even more tickets off the top of it. 74, a double. It's a double ticket difference here, and it's so hard for Cog to see the end of the tunnel.
Like we talked about, this is a solves game at this point. All they have to do is sit back and enjoy the minion waves until they get them down to 10 and then just burn it down. They have no fear right now. At this point, they would have to lose 2 team fights without dropping a person to lose this game. And I don't see a reason for them to even fight for the next 3 minutes. Just let it rock. Get those creep waves down. Get it closer. If they initiate, go for the counter initiate. But for this one, for all intents and purposes, should be Dignitas' game.
That's the biggest thing. Is it 6 minions a wave? It could be a big minion or what have you, but that's 10 waves maybe. I'm sorry, less than that. It's going to be 5 waves, a little bit less than that. So it's difficult. So you have down to the 10 ticket mark. It's going to be 1 wave per ticket. The big minions are the ones that count the most. You have 10 there, and then a little bit more on the back end. So they can sit back and hang out. Look for the kills if they fall into their lap. They have the combination. They have the damage from Scylla. They have the damage from Freya. Even there on the retreat, we saw Barracuda get too close and try to get a kill, but eventually you saw Freya activate and get the damage out that they needed. Jeff Hilla jumping in, pops, actually the Magi's Blessing pops there, looking for Anister. There goes Divine Judgment, slowing him down, has a movement speed buff, turning around. Anister wants to kill. The Banish slows him out. Can't be enough. Irradiate! The burst from Sikkim takes him out!
How? That was Kali they just did that to with an ultimate. She's invincible,
I'm a monster.
But too fast.
I'm a monster!
Ooh. Oh, that was close. I mean, I don't know if that would have killed him. Jeff has a lot of health right now. Last is super low. Zatman up in the air trying to find something. As you see Stealth moving forward. Andenster goes down again. Kali not working out here. 2 and 4 overall. And there is over a 100. Yeah, surrender time. They said this one's done. We'll go to game 3. We'll repick. I can't believe that they let Freya through and Scylla through for so many picks. And you can see what happened because they did. This is going to go back to COG's option. Will they choose first pick or second pick? But after that game, something's got to change because that was even bigger of a separation than game 1.
You're surprised they let Scylla through. I'm surprised they let minions through, and they let so many minions through their portal the entire game long, and it's really difficult to keep up with the tickets. And we say that I feel like we're just a broken record at this point because the minions take precedence over everything. You get as many kills as you want, but if you're clearing the minions, if they're going into the portal, if you're getting siege towers, if you're getting the waves and getting credit for the last hits, that will win you the game. And right there, that's exactly what happened. Now, granted, Dig did have control of that game. They were controlling the flow, they were controlling the initiations, they were controlling the movement around the map, and because of that, it's hard to control the minions when you're on the back foot. But at the same time, you have to be able to be diligent in your pursuits of the minions themselves, making sure, even though there's so much craziness going on, you're paying attention to the minions. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why Scylla is so great. You want to pick pushers in Arena. You want to make sure you have people that can clear waves confidently, and Scylla can just toss a crush out, pop it up, there goes the ragdolls, and you got the last hits that you need. That's why Poseidon is highly favored. That's why Ao Guang is highly favored. Not only do they bring damage to the table, they bring big ultimates to the table, they also bring wave control, and I'd like to see a little bit more of that from COG.
We have actually not seen Ao Guang today at all.
Right.
Despite the fact that he is considered by most, including the top-level Arena players, to be a top-tier pick. I mean, he's a very strong pick in the Arena. Of course, very safe wave clear, massive damage on low cooldowns. The only thing is he lacks his CC is not super great. He has a slow, he can move away from fights very quickly, but he can put out a lot of damage very quickly. It just seems like Scylla does his job just a little bit better.
I'm actually a little disappointed that no one's picking Bakasura and going the Feaster Bunny skin. Because today's Easter, and I feel like that would be so festive, and it would just warm my heart to see someone pick Bakasura in Arena.
Barracuda's probably listening. Barracuda's probably listening. Dig's probably like, we got to do this and this and this. Barracuda's like, we should just do it.
Let's just do it, guys.
Come on,
Friends.
do it for the kids.
Hey, done worse for the kids. The kids are always at the highest level here. So we're getting ready to get in the last match here. This is what most. I mean, every team has a different mindset in how they handle best of 3s, best of 5s, best of 7s, over what game you're playing. Is that you look at it and you think, okay, game 3. Everything resets. Quarterback's amnesia, the way I like to look at it, is that you forget game 1, you forget game 2, you play the best game 3 you possibly can and try to win out completely. And, that's what both teams are looking to do here. I like the fact they swapped out Tyr. Tyr seems a little bit slow for Arena. He gets the initiation, but in between once he gets initiation, swaps stances, goes for the fearless power cleave, and then he doesn't really do anything after that. You want consistent damage, you want consistent control. Swapping him out was a great deal. I'm actually surprised to see no Raw actually with his ability to heal waves and heal his teammates. And
I think he's just
potential.
Too catchable in Arena. He can't do his janky movement through the jungle and all that stuff. I mean, he puts the heal down. You can't really fight in it because there's an Ao Guang tornado on it, or Bacchus is ready to jump. I mean, it's a danger zone more than it is helpful because there's nowhere to hide.
Well, same thing goes for Poseidon as well. I mean, he's kind of the same high mobility mage that likes to run around and make circles and has the slow. I mean, you have Divine Light versus the Whirlpool. A lot of combinations there. And,
But there's a
other
cripple
characters
there.
that's true. Absolutely true.
There's a cripple there.
So what do you
I
make of
wanna-
Isis then?
I want to talk about actually Dignitas and their trip through this tournament, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So they started off, they had a round 1 match. They were not seeded into top 32. They were seeded into top 64. So they fought Netflix. They beat them. Then they go up against Rage, heavily favored, I think, by most arena players and most teams around the world to win this tournament. They beat Rage. And now they're going up against COG. If they win here, they fight Snipe, the people who won the last arena tournament. If they're able to beat them, they go up against Omaha Gaming or Full Moon or possibly Team Coast, invitees to the launch tournament, or Team Solo Mid, the people that won the launch tournament, the people that beat them at the launch tournament, and then finals. Talk about a bracket.
It's a tough road. And,
That's
honestly,
uphill.
if you're looking for a team to do it, Dig certainly can. They've been proven time and time again throughout the history of Smite, closed beta, open beta launch. I mean, they've been there. They've been in the muck. They started, Root Gaming, Dignitas. They've all been here. And so they certainly can perform if put under pressure. In fact, pressure's where they perform best. No pun intended there with the best. But, at the same time, you see if they can come out here. I mean, we look at the road ahead. And we also have to look at, in place, where they are right now. They're in Game 3 versus COG. COG has been showing how strong they can be, especially in Game 1. It was a shutout performance. They were, 59 tickets ahead. It was 59-0 when it all ended. I mean, it's huge. Huge differential. We're going to see Zeus banned out. We're going to see Shibalanke banned out, Geb, and then Guan Yu. Back over to Dig. You see the one on first pick. It's going to be a Bacchus lock.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Don't let Jeff Hindla have Bacchus again. He was probably the main proponent of the win for COG in the first game. Going over to the option here, he's going to go to COG. We're going to see a hover onto Freya and option to Barracuda. Freya, a good pick here. I mean, it was Zapman last game, right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Last is actually opted for Nemesis. Zap grabbing the jungle god Freya and doing very well with him. We actually see Zap doing a lot of jungling, not only for the team, but of course in tournaments. I mean, we see him in ranked a lot. And final pick's actually going to be Scylla here for Barracuda, a pick I like.
They're going to get Freya, Scylla. This is actually the same 2-pick combo they did got last game. They got Freya and Scylla in one pick round, and now this time it's going to go to COG. And I like the fact they banned Guan here. Guan was kind of we're going to be picking some low mobility characters or some squishy mages or magic types. Let's kind of leave the cavalry charge away from it. But really, it was also kind of like a fluff ban. They're trying to get rid of Guan Yu, not really highly valued in Arena as much as other characters, but they wanted to get Freya, they wanted to get Scylla. They could feel the effectiveness of those two characters, especially in conjunction in the last match, knowing Freya can get the distance with the ultimate, with the single target, and the Scylla just brings everyone low enough for Freya to clean it up with. Across the way, Dig is going to lock in Agni and Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong has been a driving force in every single match we've seen today. Across the way back to COG, they have 2 more picks to make. Looks like Chalk's going to be hovered on.
Yep, Chalk's going to be hovered on. Scylla's already locked in. Freya's already locked in. And we're going to get a hover onto Bastet. That's going to be a perfect mix here of physical and magical, leaving Omega to pick up pretty much anything he wants in the last pick. That's going to leave open a lot of ambiguity. Whereas over on the left side, we see 2 magical, including the tank already picked up. We see some Wukong grab. Oh, there's the Loki hover. Now, Lassus, in my opinion, best Loki in the world. I still don't think this is a great idea. This is similar to Kali. I mean, there's potential and damage there, but the way you have to put yourself out of position to do it, and the fact that you don't have anywhere to run afterwards, makes it very dangerous.
I love Loki versus Freya, though. You can burst her down, and with the damage over time effect from Vanish, she'll die in the air while going up to Valkyrie's discretion. So there's a combination there. Like you said, it's not great. Especially with Kronos being hovered on and locked in here for Dig. The final lineup is Bacchus, Sun Wukong, Agni, Loki, and Kronos. Now, Loki is an interesting pick here because in Arena, Loki does have a home, but it's so hard to play at this level with Loki because you're going up against Cog. They have all this conquest awareness compacted into a small circular arena, and they're going to be watching every single move that you do. I like Loki versus Freya. Scylla's going to be a lot more challenging. She's going to be able to use Sikkim and then Sentinel away. And, of course, Chalk might get the silence off. But the last pick here for Cog has to be big. Athena coming out. They can peel with the taunt. They can use the ultimate to protect anyone that gets jumped on by Loki or anyone who's being followed up on by Kronos. But this is going to be an interesting game to watch.
So, final pick here. Looks like it's going to be a lock of Athena. And this is a character that I don't think is seeing enough play. She has a lot of damage. She has a ton of damage. I mean, have you seen a full mage Athena hit shield wall, confound shield wall with reach, with Polynomicon? Have you seen it? Have you ever experienced it?
Or dunk first and then do that.
I mean, it's instant death. She doesn't even need Defender of Olympus. She can kill almost anyone in the game by doing shield wall, reach, cancel into confound, reach again while the shield wall explodes. You die. And
to be fair, though, you look at her team, she probably is not going to be dealing any damage at all. She needs to protect Scylla, Bastet, Freya, and even Chalk, who's probably going to be building, you know, maybe the only defensive item in the early game is going to be Hide of the Urchin, and then she's going to go into Jotuns or Chin Size and trying to get as much damage as Omega can. But Jeff Hindla, all the pressure's on him right now, especially with a Loki lurking and a Kronos lurking. You can't leave Scylla, Freya, or Bastet exposed. Bastet has the mobility and, of course, has the slow and the cats to block shots from Kronos, especially, you know, blocking out Loki. But you know, Athena's, there's a lot of weight on her shoulders right now. But Jeff Hindla, he's got strong shoulders.
And that's true. And many times in the past have we seen him turn games around in a heartbeat, whether it's a steal of the Fire Giant or the Gold Fury, a great like triple belly flop, or you know, great stun coming out from 72 transformations onto a carry and then be able to pick them off afterwards. I mean, Jeff has been known to turn things around. Going into game 3, it's, you know, it's kind of going to be on that back. We saw him in the first game. He put a lot of pressure. What we saw probably from the last game, it's going to be a lot to him. To the same thing of Dignitas, Anatoly needs to keep that damage up. He did so much damage in the last game, and now with Sun Wukong, he's going to have that poke potential. He has to be aggressive.
Loki, Kronos, Freya, Scylla, get ready for it, guys. We're going into game 3, Cog versus Dignitas. We're going to cut to a brief break and come right back with these kind of picks. You can't miss this game. Stick around. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to Game 3, Day 2, Week 1, Match 2 of today's Arena Alienware Cup. $10,000 are on the line, but this is only Week 1. Next week, we'll be moving on into the round of 8, but this is the end of the round of 16 for today. Dignitas versus Cog. It's all tied up, and it all comes down to this.
Right off the bat, you're going to see everyone go to their normal positions. Jeff Hindla trying to keep an eye out to see if there's any rotations. Anatoly doing the same thing. 3 seconds now until these minion camps spawn, and they're going to try to get those buffs as early as possible. Anister kind of jumping the gun there. Oh, Omega did not pull. They're not pulling them close enough. Huh. I think these teams might be a little unfamiliar about where they're allowed to stand.
Yeah, well, at least one in the first game, Cog did.
That's
and the left
true.
side,
Maybe they
Dig
were
had
just
trouble
nervous.
clearing it. So, you know, it's possible. I mean, I think a lot of these players just play Conquest or League all the time. And sometimes they come in here, I mean, they're coming for the prize pool, let's be honest. They want to get that big dollar sign. And so we'll see how, you know, how it progresses forward. We have a bit of a flip-flop here with Scylla and Freya now going to Cog, which were, you know, the main driving force for Dig last game.
Anatoly using that Jingu Bang right off the bat to try to burn some damage into Omega. We're seeing Thunder Strikes thrown as well. Anatoly and Lass is trying to get that last creep. Crush going to hit everyone there. So far, not too much of a difference. We are seeing a small disparity, only one creep, but that is now in favor of Dignitas.
I think it's all lined up here. Looks like Dig ended up missing, or Cog ended up missing one of the last hits. There's a Torrent Thunderstrike Crush to finish it off here. Pathflame's being used up. Double Banish looking for Lassus. Loki is going to be the target. Vanishes away to the side, but they're following him here. Will he be able to spot him out in time? Looks like they won't find it. They'll get Anatoly instead. There goes the ultimate Storm Call coming down on top. The Cats are going after Bacchus, but he's too drunk to notice. They're going to back off here. Looks like Lass did survive, but yeah, Anatoly didn't.
That was really, he actually backed at the red buff, just trying to escape from everyone. I mean, he definitely did not need to lose that extra hit, but overall there is, it looks like a 5-ticket difference, exactly that one kill. And that's a big deal because that was also an 800, closer to 900 gold swing as well. I mean, that was a really big win for Cog.
Now you're looking at the lineup here for Dig. You got Loki and Kronos, and those, Kronos, he's a weird mage. He kind of falls in that same hyper carry mage kind of category where you're waiting for Kronos to get late game, and Dig is thinking, okay, we're confident. If we can get to late game, we're okay. And then you look over, you got Scylla and Freya, so maybe not so much.
Ooh, right there, Confound. That was actually a pretty big mess up there from COG. Usually their teamwork and their flawlessness and execution in terms of CC chaining and application is perfect. And in that situation, Confound was just wasted right out of the banish. They could have picked off the Sun Wukong there, who you see Anatoly does not have beads, he does not have Aegis, he only has Creeping Curse. That could have been a kill there, and they dropped it.
Crush to clear out the wave. Some harassment coming out here. 456 to 453. COG now has the ticket lead. It's so insane that you can. And one of the biggest things that people complain. Oh, there's a triple taunt, bringing him in up to the Freya's doing some damage here. Looking for Shadow Q, and Anatoly dropping low, using the Ox form. He's still alive. How is this possible? Stormcall silenced out Shadow Q. Now back up the backside. The Cats will do some damage there. I'm a monster. Hits home. No pulse for him. No bomb from above. Can't get the sync of Sentinel. Forces him out, and Shadow Q survives by the skin of his teeth.
Did nobody die?
No one.
Oh, wait, look at this. Hinla dodges out of the way. Maybe not the best call. He opens up Barracuda, who might be in some trouble, but Anatoly will turn onto his heels. Overall, actually, was that wave? Is this wave to wave right now?
Wave to wave.
No, wait. We do have... Actually, this might be in favor of Dig now.
1-0-4, so 4 assists came out there from COGS. They did get a kill on, of course, Anatoly. So we're all lined up. Oh, there we go. 436 to 436 completely. Amazing.
They missed 5 creeps. I mean, that's a big deal. You can't do things like that in Arena because there goes their lead. I'm very surprised they didn't find any of those kills, man. I don't understand how
that's the biggest thing. I mean, we saw it in last match, right, where COG let, what was it? I mean, it was like 10 to 15 minions through the portal and not necessarily missing them in general. I mean, they lost so many tickets just to not getting minions. It seemed like they had that focus right in the first game they played, but they lost sight of that ever since, and, it's going to hurt them going forward.
Whenever a minion goes through a portal, everyone's like, yeah, it's worth 1 ticket. And that's incorrect. It is a 2-ticket win. Because that's a ticket that they didn't get, and that's a ticket that you took away. And that's a really big deal. So instead of a ticket, a minion being worth 1, technically in that situation, it's getting worth 2. And being able to fight that, I mean, I don't think enough players are really trying to push them. And granted, it's very hard to get minions into a portal. I mean, just being near the minions will pull them away from it. Actually, Omegatron gonna silence 2 out. Zatman's gonna take 3 hits from Valkyrie's discretion. And Shadow gets pushed, and Zatman's gonna jump back into the fight with the rewind there. MLC. Oh, MLC.
There it is, the vanish tick. Oh man, Barracuda getting out. Do they have the just Jingle Bang might be available? He cuts around, needs it, hits it. There goes the shot. Anatoly backing off here, and now the follow up on Jeff, forced back into the well. There goes the charge blade, and Radiant activated now, looking for the kill on the best. The banish needs the pulse activation. The belly flop interrupts it. Double taunt, shield wall, reach coming out there. This is what we're talking about. The pick stage. There's the Thunderstrike. No torrent available though. Gonna force him backwards. Actually, a very slow activation. Shadow Q being forced out here. Very, very slow. Enister out of mana, but that's the damage you need from Loki. Loki in and of itself is not that strong, but if he gets enough damage and penetration and jumps in the right target, even someone like Freya, if they ult immediately, they'll die to the dot.
Yeah, right there. That was a big win for Dig. That was 2 kills for none. Now look at the score. I mean, granted, there is a wave right now, but it looks like they're going to be about 7 ahead, which is a pretty, actually, it looks like 8 ahead. That's a pretty big deal right now. That's almost a full 2-kill advantage, which is going to allow Dig to be a little bit more aggressive. Really, I'm putting this right back on the back of Anatoly. I want to see those magic cultures coming out. Slam the Jingu Bang down, do as much damage, force MLC out of the fight. Force Omegatron back for a little while. Hey, put some damage into Jeff Hinla before he's able to jump in there, because the damage they're doing as a team is much higher, but Dignitas has the better chance of making sure that the fights start in their favor.
This could be a huge risky maneuver from COG. MLC has gone Doom Orb on Scylla to stack that up and get the damage, but if he gets into that downward spiral of never stacking it up, it's not going to be a worthwhile purchase. You're going to be very careful. Now, of course, did die in that last engagement. Those stacks were lost, so we'll see if he can keep himself alive. You can see he's already playing very passive, but they're going for it. Belch of the Gods, belly flop, Sentinel forced out again, and you mentioned it. Keep MLC out of the fight, and things will go well, and that's exactly what's happening. You see Lass is hiding behind the pillar on the left side of the map, and is just going to spot him out here, make sure they know exactly where he is at all times. And this is kind of the hidden effect of Loki. Taunt comes out there. Crush misses.
Oh, check it out. Valkyrie's good. Oh, he missed one. And the best will escape just barely. I'm a Monster, not going to find its target as well. Dignitas is going to escape that one with the skin of their teeth. And I can't imagine Cog's too happy with the way that one turned out, but Anatoly not going to be able to get out of that one. ShadowQ's put himself in a bad spot as well. They're going to find a 1 for 2 there on Dignitas. Omegatron not out of the fight just yet.
Oh!
There comes Lassus. Omega's still not down. The best not able to find the target. Rewand's going to go off, but Dig did not find the kill there. And again, it looks like we have an even game.
You know, he needs a little more penetration, a little more damage there on Loki to take on a target like Chalk. Gets on top, but just cannot do it. Now, rushing the high direction was a big pickup for Omega, noticing what they had there. In the last engagement, we saw Zapman with that time rev doing tons of damage and getting the kill on the latter end of that fight. And it made a big difference here, but speaking of big differences, we're not going to see one in the tickets. 345 to 344. Now, given the fact that it's 3 to 3 on either side, kills are even. It comes down to minions, and Dig is doing a little bit of a better job here, but they've been a little bit more lax in the last 5 minutes or so and allowing Cog to catch right back up.
That's right. It is a one-ticket game at this point, meaning Dig is not pressing their advantage. 3 to 3, assists slightly in favor overall of Cog. The gold, though, for all intents and purposes, is dead even, within 100 gold on either side, and that's a big deal. Same thing for experience. I mean, it's 100 right now overall. I mean, that's huge at this point in the game. That means both teams are really fighting with their heads on straight. They're not panicking in team fights. They're looking for their opportunities. And with that Path of Flames on the ground right there, Cog's going to have an opportunity to turn this one around very quickly.
Walker's not the greatest of targets up in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4. ShadowQ still alive, but that Storm Call will get it. The cats are being dealt with by Anatoly. Looks like Cog is still trying to press the envelope here and try to find a kill in the back, so the cats are ripping through the backside of Anatoly. There's the crush to clear the wave. They're going to get credit for those minion hits. There goes the Sikkim, as well as one more pulse to clear it out here. So Cog is now in a slight lead. It looks like it's going to be a little bit, about 2 tickets ahead as the minions are cleared out here. Managed to reset the movement speed, but a beautiful play by Andenster.
And he's not letting it go either. He's going to activate the Irradiate Pulse combo. They're going to be able to grab
smart.
that one. Oh, ShadowQ jumping in. And it's only going deep as well. I don't know if I liked him this far out of position here, but Bear is in trouble. Vanish again will find a target as Lassus able to burn down another kill for his team. Helpful that Titan's Bane was picked up because he just barely got the damage off for that kill.
I'm a Monster was available that entire fight, but MLC just did not feel that one out. Didn't see an opportunity to go in on it. Banish is available, looking for it on Zapman. Not going to find it, looking for Lass. Banish comes out around the corner. That's really the biggest thing about Lass on Loki, is that he'll be able to misdirect them very easily with that Vanish. And one of the hardest things about Loki is the second he vanishes, he can go any which way and you'll never know where he is. And you also, he can back right there. You can back in stealth. New Y and Loki can both do it.
Oh, I don't like the best pushing here. They could have probably taken away a few tickets, maybe a little bit of a misstep. As you see, Cog is not going to miss a single creep. And check it out, Dry Bear, 295 to 295. The tickets are even as they turn their sights to Andenster, who is going to be forced back to the base here. Overall, though, we have a completely dead even game.
We do see the Heavenly Agility coming out from Jeff Hinla. He does have the Sovereignty as well as the Magi's Blessing complete. A little bit of damage from Shoes of Focus and some CDR to allow him to get in and get some more effectiveness with the fight. We see a Titan's Bane from last. He just wants hard penetration, and you can't blame him. Initiation on ShadowQ. Crush. Sikkim. Burst damage. Bach is forced out, but a lot of their damage being wasted on the tank, who's going to disengage completely. Storm Call on Zapman. There's the Torrent. Jeff Hinla getting deep. Use the Defender of Olympus to clear out some distance. And it's on the backside now being collapsed in a sea of red. Can he get the distance? Goes up into the air. Prompts it early before they collapse back on him. Smart play and good predictive measure from him.
Oh, no creeps missed the air just yet. The bleeds on the big minion as well. It will not go down just yet. You see Lassus moving forward. Assassinate is available and Aim Strike was activated. They were ready to go for blood there, but still 274 in game 3 of the round of 16. Cognitive and Dignitas are just butting heads consistently. Nobody really able to take the lead.
Very slow. We're going to see 4 Magic's Blessings coming out from Cog, though, and I think that's what they want. They want slow. They want to slow it down, because Scylla and Freya late game should be able to out-damage the Loki and the Kronos if properly reacted to. Bastet jumping in there, looking for some damage on Anatoly. The Banish comes out there, the Blink, the Taunt. There goes the damage out. There goes the Torrent. The burst damage is out on top. Freya from above, raining down from the skies. There's the Assassinate. Bastet jumps away. Lass is getting greedy. He's not going to have the distance he needs. The decoy on the back. There goes the disengage from MLC Stealth, and Lassus is still alive somehow, some way. The Taunt, the belly flop, they're still going.
Oh, the best looking for it, and he's in trouble, but he aegises just at the last second, and the best is going to pay for his greed. Omega actually is going to get answered for immediately, and wave to wave right now, it looks like, again, we are dead even.
So close. The mini waves are meeting now. There may be a bit of a lull here for Dig to clear out the wave, but Cog is there, back out, Scylla is there. The Crush should be able to finish it off. There's the shield wall as a last hit. Smart play by Jeff Hinla. We do see the Titan's Bait done on Loki. Loki's a big point here. He's actually going to be going to Hydra Star. Do we see a Lament?
I mean, that's the Loki build. You go for 2-3 hits at maximum, and then you run the hell away. That's the entire Loki character. So, I mean, I think it's a good pickup.
Well, the decoy is going to do a lot of damage. We saw the decoy get the kill on Chalk in that last engagement, so that burst is going to be huge enough. Jeff Hinla going to be picking up a Cursed Blade here, looking for that AoE slow. We do have a Polynomicon opportunity from MLC as well, so it's an interesting build so far. The Doom Orb is keeping him alive, and MLC has yet to die since that first engagement. Now has Magic's Blessing to keep him safe. Seems like Doom Orb is working out.
Wave to wave, 228 to 228. There is a 600 gold lead right now in favor of Cognitive, 400 as well in experience. But, I mean, at this point in the game, that's not even negligible. It's irrelevant, honestly. It means nothing. Really, the only thing that's going to matter at this point is somewhere 2,000 to 3,000 gold. Even then, it's hard to say that it's a major win. But there is finally a ticket difference. Cog missed the last hit there, so Dignitas has a 1-ticket lead.
That's it. Game over. Let's go home. 1 ticket. It's done. Girdle being picked up by Omega. Probably Girdle to support yet again. Played that the last 2 games in a row. We do have a banish on Lassus. Girdle means go. Gonna try and find it before he disengages. He's just so slippery. They can't get it. Anatoly, Shadow Q, 3 men intoxicate. Scylla forces disengage with the Sentinel. Now up in the air, it's gonna be Anatoly with that somersault cloud. The silence gonna be on top of Lassus. They're not gonna fall there. There's a rotation coming out from Shadow Q as well as Zatman. They need that late game Chronos damage. Crush is gonna do minimal to Shadow Q. The Girdle comes out, assassinate on Barracuda, but did not get the finish damage. The damage time effect is not going to hit home. Freya could go up in the air looking for Lassus, waiting for an opportunity. Does not actually has the ultimate. Didn't go for
actually had the I'm a Monster there, and it was a pretty good shot, but he wasn't able to get there fast enough. And now it looks like wave to wave, there's going to be still that 1-ticket difference in favor of Dignitas. Somehow, nobody died in that last team fight.
I'm surprised to see Annister not go for that kill. He had the ultimate available. He knew the Vanish was going to end soon. Could have waited for Lassus to show up and then just go up in the air and shoot him down very quickly. I'm surprised he just let that go.
Well, mid lane, more pressure coming out. Bear's going to take a little bit of damage as they turn their sights to Lassus. He's taunted, he's hit, and he's down.
They were waiting for that. They were waiting for that for so long. Every single time Last peeks his head out, they were looking for the Vanish started, and they just needed one moment where Last wasn't paying attention or his finger was a little bit slow, and they got the kill there. They have the taunt. They have some damage from the cats. They have the cripple and the root from Scylla. They have a lot going on there, but they just cannot get him up until that last little hit, and now they're 5 tickets ahead.
They actually lost the last hit, too, so that was a 6-ticket swing for them. They were 1 ahead, now they're 5 down. So that was a pretty good play there. I mean, it's not going to end the game, but, you know, those little leads, they can build up very, very quickly. As you see Anatoly on the left side just trying to whittle Stealth down, but he has a lot of lifesteal now with these picked up. Now we get the cats coming out. Last, again, is in a lot of trouble, but Jeff's taking some pretty serious damage. Goodbye, Hinla.
Chronos slow on Annister up in the air, forcing Anatoly back here, but they did get the Valkyrie's discretion to get used. Up in the air on Somersault Cloud is Anatoly, but that is Chronos' late game. He's got the Polynomicon. He's got the Demonic Grip. He's going for the Rod. The damage is insane.
I can't believe Anatoly just did that. Furthermore, I can't believe he got away with it. Jumping in here, Shadow Q is going to belly flop on a 2. He's going to stun 2 out as well. Defender of Olympus is going to bring him in. Lassus getting a little bit too close there. Stealth or not. Ooh, that could have been bad. Still, Cognitive looks like they have a... Actually, wait. Nope, it's even.
It's even. 163 to 163. I feel like this is TSM versus Dig.
Yeah,
launch
right?
event.
I gotta
kill. It's fun though, and that's really the best part about this. This is best, or this is round of 16, and it's this close. That's great, which means the rest of the tournament is going to be even better. Looking for a kill on Omega, not the easiest target to take out. Answer and Stealth have been playing very, very safe this game, and it's been hard for Dig to pick them.
All right, so even tickets 156 to 156 as the pressure continues. You can see them using the decoy and the flame wave to push to ensure that if they want to engage, they're going to have to engage and fight creeps at the same time. And that small amount of damage, be it 50 or 100, could mean a kill. I mean, we've seen it definitely happen before. I've been killed by 1 Archer Bolt at level 16. It happens.
It's the worst feeling in the world.
It
Feel
really is.
cheated.
That's a nightmare.
You also could be
Path of
killed by the
Flames.
archer itself.
Oh, I think they missed a kill there. Yeah, they definitely missed the ticket there. Jeff Hindla's Magi is going to be popped as well. Ananser didn't have his own, and as you see, Omegatron's comes back. But there is a 1 ticket difference now in favor of Dignitas, and I can't believe that we have to call 1 ticket differences. Like, that's how close this is right now.
Looking for the kill on Chalk, 136 to 136. It's going to be a 1 ticket lead here for Dig. Girdle meets go. There's the silence, looking for the follow-up. Zatman's in deep, going for Jeff Hindla, surprising enough. Not the greatest target to start with, but he's still sticking to it. Defender Livis gets the distance, lands on a bomb. Belch of the Gods finishes him off on the backside. Omega looking for a kill on Zatman, pops each damage, but the fast set's here. There goes Ninetales, rewinds, gonna make it! He gets out just in time and finds him as he falls. The Vanish damage over time tech effect is gonna get him as he lands. Gonna find Omega as well. Dig with a huge swing. It's going to be a big differential of 132 to about 113. Wow.
That was a real big play coming up from Dig. The bait from Zap there was so real. I don't think I've ever said Zapman and Kronos together in the same sentence, let alone see him do a bait of that caliber. That was world class right there. I mean, really, we shouldn't be expecting anything else from Zap at this point.
He just goes home and sits in the well. Looking for the top. Banish going to be there. Sikim's going to be used under the Banish, actually. A little bit of a misstep here coming out from MLC. There goes the Torrent into the middle of the area, looking for a follow-up, but Chuck does not have Stormcall right now. Thunderstrike's going to go for it. Aegis aiming the backside. Anderson's going to survive the onslaught from Les. I'm a Monster meets him there. Les just got completely baited out and countered there. The Cats, the Doug, Zapman's dead. Shadowq's slowed by Cats. They're going to back off there. A 3-0 exchange for Cog. But they're still behind.
But this isn't wave to wave here. They just cleaned up the final. Actually, there's 1 minion left. That means there's a 3-ticket difference. They were able to turn that around in a heartbeat. Lassus wasn't able to find his target in the last fight. I'm a Monster did about 65% of Lassus's health instantaneously, and that allowed them to turn that fight just completely around.
That's the hardest part about Loki, is that if your initiation fails and they're ready for it, you're just dead meat.
It's GG.
That's just dead meat. You saw that there. Each time it prevents the initiation. As soon as they turned around on him, he was just gone. Had nowhere to go. The taunt was there. No purification beads available, and that was just it for him. Had to go down into the depths there. Now, we do see 80 to 83. Dig has a slight lead just due to minions, but this is going to come down to the very last minion. They do need to fight. They need to use the damage from
ults
Kronos.
right now versus 2 ults. I mean, I can't imagine they know that, but they need to get in there. Confound's gonna go off cripple. Shadowq taking damage here. Valkyrie's discretion needs to get up in the air, but Lassus does not let him find it, and he just disappears from that fight. Defender of Olympus not gonna hit onto anyone right there. So far, a 1 for 0 as we see a Freya respawn as Zapman uses that rewind to get out of dodge. Anatoly gonna get up into the air there as MLC Stealth is forced out. Lassus and Shadowq are not going to be able to defend this as the Siege minion spawns. Anatoly, 1 hit, is going to go down. Shadowq has put himself in a bad spot as well, and the Siege minion right here is not going to do them any favors as it does despawn immediately as theirs manages to spawn right now. But look at the tickets, Drybear. You can see right now that it's only 5, but there's a full wave right there for Dignitas to take down.
There it goes, 56 to 54. The Siege minion is here, but I doubt this is going to make it anywhere. It's going to be stopped there. There goes the Crush to zone them out completely. I'm a little surprised to see Zapman. I mean, it seems like every fight he's going for Jeff Hinland. It seems like he needs to pick a better target. Bastet looking for a Shadowq. There goes the taunt. Zapman used the Aegis Amulet for that, actually, and no one there to follow up. That's now on cooldown. The minion will go down. The tower will fall. Looking for Barracuda. Girdle means go. Use the Assassinate, actually, to try and go for Barracuda. Not going to find it. There goes the hit on top. Barracuda goes down. Oh, Anderson solo. I'm a Monster's gonna miss. Sentinel's on cooldown. There goes the Weakening Curse. The Crush slows him down. MLC Stealth might be going down here. Up in the air on the Somersault Code. The dunk is not gonna be necessary as the Flame Wave takes him out. It's a 3-1 exchange. Kronos goes down, but they don't need him. Looking for Omega. A little bit greedy here. Look for the minion wave and back off. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Dig is looking very sharp.
Right now, Cog needs to ignore Dignitas. Get this down to 7 to 10, because that's what it's going to be. With those last hits in the minions, it'll be 7 to 10. It might even be 8 to 10, and then just force the team fight. At this point, they can't afford any more mistakes. They have to bait Shadowq Shell. Shell is what's selling every single fight so far. They have every single time Girdle's popped, Shell's popped in response, and it's ensuring that they're not missing any damage or gaining any extra damage. But point to point right now, wave to wave, there it looks like there's a 10-point difference, which means at this point, they can whittle this down to, it'll be it'll be 7 if they go big minion to big minion. They can't afford to fight just yet. And I love what ShadowQ's doing. He's using that burp repeatedly, that Belch of the Gods, to ensure that they're not able to use those Magi's Blessings during the team fight, and I love it.
47 on the clock, looking for the kill. They just need 9 waves to go. This is the point where you peel it back and you play safe, you play calm, you look for the big minions. A kill if you can get it, but don't get greedy, because this could all end. A single team fight is a separation here. It's going to be 3 kills for Cog, 2 kills for Dig, about to be 2 kill differential for Cog. This next wave will guarantee it. This is going to be so close, too greedy.
Just get back. There's no reason to fight. Actually, it won't even be 10. They'll get the big minion last, which means it'll be 7 and 9. Regardless, that is a 2-kill win condition on either team right now. It is a 2-kill win condition. This is as close as it gets. The fight's going to start now. Hinla goes in. Best already out of the fight. That was the beads used. They can turn this around. Anatoly forced up into the somersault cloud already. The cats are down. ShadowQ, the cats turned onto him. Right now, there isn't really much going on. Defender of Olympus was used, but overall, ult to ult, that was a small win for Dig. But ShadowQ's not in a great position here, guys. Belly Flop's only gonna hit 1. Omega taking a lot of damage. Last in the backside, gonna get hit by Alma Monster. He could be in trouble. Whoa, but look at Jeff Hinla. A 1 minion.
The crush! 1 to 3!
Can they get the kill? Barra's Best goes down before Barra dies!
1 to 0!
Serious?
That was Lassus's game to throw. He went all in on Scylla, and the crush gripped his life and ripped it away from him. The victory will go to Cog here. When it comes down to the step, we say it every single game. When it comes down to the wire, get back, go to your well. Do not get greedy. Everything comes down to it, and you have the minions. It was 18 to 9. You have the difference in tickets. It comes down to 7 to 10, like you mentioned, DM. And at that point, you have to peel it back and play safe. Every big minion is a single ticket, but Lass got greedy. He went in on Scylla. Scylla responded with that crush, and it was 1 bang, and they got the best, and it was over.
That's the tournament, right?
That's it.
Thank God. I don't know if I could do that again. Almost had a heart attack. Barracuda was dead. He was dead. Barracuda had like 5 HP. He was dead. And then the best died. I don't even know how the best died. How did the best die?
Chalk. When in doubt, chalk out. I mean, he just jumped in there. Thunderstrike was it, and I think really the turning point was last. And I hate to put him on the spot there, but you know, he wanted to get the kill on Scylla. He missed his aim strike. He didn't get the vanish. Assassinate was used on an Aegis amulet, and he still went in trying to basic attack Scylla down. And with how big of an area Crush is, you really can't put it all onto one single hit there. And of course, goes down. The best went down, and you know, when you lose 1 to 0 in Game 3 of the round of 16. That is just a deep, deep feeling for everyone. And so if you're a Dig fan, give it up in chat, give it up at home, give it up wherever you are in the world, because they definitely felt that one. But Cog's going to come out ahead 1 to 0 in Game 3. Do you not understand how intense that is? Amazing.
Oh, man. That was incredible. And I obviously got to give a shout out to Alienware for putting this on. I mean, I don't think many people came in to see expecting to see a game that close. It was ticket to ticket the entire time, and It comes down to that 1 ticket and win. So shout outs to the Alienware Arena Smite Pro Session sweeps as well. You know, you make sure you want to enter to win a 2-hour Smite session with the pro of your choice. Lassus is up there, as well as Zatman for Team Dignitas. Team Solo Mid has Lobster and Youngbei, and then Cloud9 HyperX is also having Suntouch and Sayo come on. Who would you pick?
That's tough. I put the link up in chat for those of you who want to know what's going on there and look at it. Now, the question is, you know, who do you want to learn from? Those of you who are new or don't follow the scene, Lassus is predominantly a jungler. Zatman is predominantly a hunter. So if you want to fill those roles, ADC is the colloquial term that comes over from other games, but hunter is the term we use for Zatman. If you're looking for mid, Lobster, and if you really want to learn Agni, he's the man to go for. Youngbei also playing hunter himself, probably one of the best on hers and Apollos in the entire world himself. In fact, he has been playing on around her longer than most people have. You look across the way, Suntouch plays support, but he also plays jungle. And in fact, when he first came into the scene, he played mid. So he's a very versatile player to learn from if you want to pick from him. Down below him with that smiling little mug, you're going to see Sayo, who plays predominantly mid, although he did play jungle for a short while, but mainly mid throughout his whole career. Just a short little bit, for like a week.
Sayo is incredible. All of them are incredible players.
Right.
Honestly, I think I would choose Lobster.
For the face?
No, the jacket.
Oh, that.
Actually, you know what? I would have to choose Youngbei because he's probably my size.
But look at Sayo's smile. Okay, so look at the faces. Lobster's serious. Suntouch is like a little surprised by something. Youngbei is just very stern. Zatman is just woke up. Lassus is grinning, but look at Sayo. Like, it's just the warmness. That's just. I feel like Sayo embodies Easter in that picture.
All right, let's take a swap over here and take a look at the brackets. Now, again, next Saturday, we're going to take a look at the round of 8, where you'll see everyone match up for the, I guess, second to last day. And the final day, we'll be seeing the best of 4, or the round of 4, rather, and finally the finals. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me fix my face here. Apparently... Oh, okay. So apparently Sunday is just finals and consolation. We'll be doing round of 8 and round of 4 on Saturday. So Saturday will be a much bigger day than I had expected. Starting off the day, of course, we're probably going to be checking in with Cognitive and Snipe. Actually, we'll probably save that to the end of the day. Cog, again, undefeated throughout qualifiers, 3rd overall at the launch tournament. Going to be going up against Snipe. They had a really intense matchup at the launch tournament.
Oh, they did. They certainly did. It was such a huge swing for them. Snipe won game 1, went into game 2, and they were 15,000 gold up going into it. They had a small slip at the end, and Cog pulled it together. Won game 2 and game 3, and that's disheartening right there. Definitely putting it up. But, Cog was the #1 team in the world going into that game, and Snipe almost 2-0'd them, so they definitely deserve it. Not only that, but they also won the last arena tournament. Going down the bracket, you got Team Coast, Team Solo Mid, lining up as well, Superbia Bros, or just Superbia, and then Team Kicked. The Game Changers, who, of course, moved forward due to the forfeiture from down to Frag, or D2F, and Superbia, the normal team, is going to be on the bottom there. So it's going to be a great day. We're going to have round of 8 and round of 4 all together on Saturday. Sunday will be finals and consolation. So you definitely want to stick around and watch it or be ready for it next weekend. It's going to be starting at the same time, 12 p.m. on both days like it was this weekend. So make sure you're there and get ready for it. It's going to be a huge turnout. And not only a huge turnout, but if you see in the title right now, how many zeros is that?
4.
$10,000 available for this prize pool here. I would play.
I hear they're giving the casters half the pot. And now that we said it on stream, it has to be true.
Yeah,
but just today's casters, not the other casters.
It's enforced by the stream viewers. Whatever they say goes.
Yeah, we'll put up a straw poll.
Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. You just watched Week 1, Day 2. This was the finals, or the final completion of the round of 16. As we just reiterated to you, round of 8 and round of 4 will be taking place next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Be there on this channel, twitch.tv/Smite Game. This is the place to be. But again, we thank you so much for coming out today. Make sure you're checking out the Twitter, twitter.com/Smite Pro. You're going to find all your updates. Of course, you're going to see the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Smite Pro as well for all your competitive needs. And this is a 24-hour channel here on Smite Game as well. So stick around if you have questions. You'll have streamers throughout the day, today, and of course all throughout the week, who will be able to answer your questions if you're new to Smite or you're just joining us and you're wanting to get into Smite. There's a lot of very confident and knowledgeable people here, including DM, who is here on this channel as well.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be streaming 7 to 10. Drybear, do you still stream at 1 to 4?
I don't know.
You don't?
I don't stream at 1 to 4. I just don't know what my new slot is, so I'll be around.
All right. For now, just forget he exists. Not even for now. Just forget it.
That is
forget
rude. Incredibly rude. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys. We're going to close it out for the day. Enjoy the rest of your Easter. Hopefully your holidays are happy and friendly. And when you're at the dinner table, think about Feast Your Buddy Bakasura and hope he doesn't vomit all over everything, because that ruins a good party. We'll see you all later.